Hello, and welcome to the St. Patrick's Day edition of the Rag Company Q&A Thursday, where I'm your host, Dane Hennon. To my right, Levi Gates is back in the studio.
Dane, well, thank you so much for that warm welcome.
Still got a bad
voice doesn't really work.
Voice thing going. So he's just, taking a little precaution. How about you, Anthony Fisher, over to my left?
Well, Dane, I'm feeling particularly lucky today. Right?
Okay.
Obviously,
Nice.
I don't need luck when I have some charm, right?
Oh,
so there's a lot of
Well,
decorations going on today. I think you guys are going to like a couple little small treats that we have kind of littered throughout
Treats in here?
Yeah,
the
there's a
podcast
few.
studio. Yes.
The only treats I see are the only thing getting me through. My friend's a fisherman's friend.
That is not a
Friend to me and you and your voice.
Levi, that is not an Irish treat by any means.
Great
They are a
things
treat,
here.
though.
Keep
Things
your
we're
voice
looking forward
great.
to, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, corned beef and cabbage
I'm not-
delivered
nope.
to us live on the Q&A. What do you think?
Gross.
Wow.
Why?
No.
I did that
Why are we
last
doing
weekend,
that?
actually, at my folks'
We're
house
doing a
before
bowl
they
Lucky
left.
Charms.
Yeah.
Okay, that I'm all right
Can't
with.
get me Lucky Charms, as some
That's
might
right.
say,
Yep.
right? So, happy St. Patrick's Day. We hope that everybody is having a great Thursday so far. And we have a lot going on this week, next week, and then especially the week after. Now, some really quick housekeeping before I pass it on to Dane, who will be talking about TRCMA info. I want to say that right now at theradcompany.com, you can head there and pick up a mystery
look
rag
at that.
bag
Lucky
coming
seven.
at you
Lucky
for
punk.
$77.77. You are going to get essentially it's a mystery in a bag.
Yeah.
And it's going to be detailing products. It's going to be towels, accessories, things that maybe you didn't know you wanted, right? Maybe it's things that you've been eyeing and you didn't know if you're ever going to stumble across it. Next thing you know, it ends up in this mystery bag. So that ends today, by the way, right? So we only have been running the sale for 3 days. I believe it ends today. You can see that there's a sticker up top there with the Rag Company on a, what do you call that thing?
That's a slot machine.
Slot machine.
Well, and in the famous words of August Gates,
Yeah.
everybody knows number 7s are always lucky.
Yeah, they are always lucky. And so Nate actually made that as a sticker. So every single order going out for this particular sale will be receiving the Lucky Sevens mystery sticker. And you can put that on anything. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
It really, really is a cool sticker. Throw it on your detailing bottles. Throw it on maybe your toolbox or whatever it may be.
Put it on your car.
Now, the mystery bag, we've been getting a ton of good feedback from just everybody that's saying that they love them and we should do more of them. But the thing is we want to keep them special, right? We only run a couple of these per year. Last one we did was around Halloween, right? And we make that one pretty spooktacular, if I say so myself.
That was very
That's a cool one.
very spooky.
And then we do it for St. Patrick's Day. We really haven't. We did a kind of an alien themed one last year, kind of a random one. But I feel like the mystery bags are something you should never really overuse. I think it's something that. Oh man, there it is for the people that notice. I'm sure that's going to be screenshotted and
be great.
thrown into the Rag Company podcast group. But it's just something I think is special, right? I think people kind of look forward to it, make it fun, and people buy multiples of them, which I think is awesome, right? So hopefully they're getting a lot of variety within their mystery bags. I mean, honestly, I mean, do I know what's in them? Possibly. Do the Packers know what's in them? Absolutely, right?
Yeah, but the people buying know what they're getting.
No, heck no.
Nope, we didn't tell you.
So, anyway, check it out at theradcompany.com. Again, the sale ends today. Free shipping over $149.
Nice.
Hit that threshold.
Yeah.
I think it's $149, right?
It's $149.
$149. Hit that
That's right.
threshold and you get free shipping. So that would be two
mystery
Exactly.
bags.
It's two mystery,
Yeah.
just two mystery bags. There
Yep.
you go. All right, Dane. So TRCMA is fast approaching. What do you got for us?
So, yeah, by fast approaching, you mean it's going to be happening from March 28th through April 1st. That's an important date range to note because it's going to be insanely busy. It's going to be a beginning of the day to end of the day kind of thing. There's going to be a morning block and an afternoon block for each day of the week.
Correct.
And for those who aren't familiar with what TRCMA is, it stands for the Rag Company Media Access Show. So you can call it TRCMA for short if you want. It's like a trade show that we host right here in our own media studio. And it is a lot of fun, but it is lots of live streaming, so you're seeing stuff in real time as it happens. if you happen to catch it while it's live. And don't worry, if you do miss it, you can still watch the archived version, but I have to say, you want to catch it live because that's where you can actually ask the big people in the industry your questions and hopefully have them answered while they're actually here. So that is a fun little bonus, I would say, that comes along with participating in TRSEMA. But for those of you wondering, where do I find this stuff? Like, what do I do? How am I supposed to know when it goes live? Very easy. If you're watching right now, you're probably on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, open up a tab that has YouTube or open your YouTube app. Look over in there. Go ahead and follow up onto the Rag Company YouTube channel. That's where we're doing this right now. And just look down to the upcoming live streams on the front page of our Rag Company YouTube channel. Very nice shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Dane. This is my normal Saturday shirt. This is it's a
Nothing
normal
unusual.
rotation in the shirt pile. Nothing special about it.
So once you get to the Rag Company YouTube channel, you look down at the upcoming live streams where you will see there is a live stream waiting to happen for both morning and afternoon blocks on day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all listed there. All you got to do is be logged into your account on YouTube, click on each one, click the little set reminder button, and that'll give you notifications whether you have the app open or not when it's about to happen, like half an hour or an hour in advance. Just so in case you forget, it actually gives you a nice little heads up. Yeah. Very useful. Highly recommend it for people like me who tend to forget, scheduled things. So, there you go.
Very, very cool.
Wow.
So,
Really
stay
amazing.
tuned. We're going to start dropping more and more teasers kind of as we get closer to that date on things to expect. Maybe, a few hints here and there. Maybe some new products that are coming down the pipeline.
Things to expect when you're expecting.
Things to expect when you're expecting, yeah. It's going to be so much fun. And I think we're all going to need a lot of energy that week. It's crazy because at SEMA it's you can kind of turn it off maybe once you get back to your hotel room.
Not really. You're still on.
Well, you're still on, but like at least when we're here and hosting, it's kind of hard to turn. It's hard to turn it off, right? Because usually after we get done, it might be a dinner we have to go to, or maybe show some people around town.
People want to hang out.
I mean, Levi's gonna be busy, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be like, what do you call that person? Concierge?
Like, I'm like the concierge of the Rag Company.
You basically be, showing people around Boise, showing people where you grew up.
Pretty much it. I do. I say
driving people around. So this is the house I grew up in.
I do. I literally, what happens is Ragnarok pulls up in front of the Home to Suites.
Pulling green bean with seats in the back.
People hop in.
You got some jumper seats.
People hop in, and it's a nice little tour. Around the city that the Gates family has been in for over 100 years.
You know what would be really fun to do?
And the guests that come, they really love that because it's a personal touch by one of the city's founders. Sons of a founder, great-grandson of a founder. That's kind of how they look at it.
So, it'd be really fun. In Boise, they do that.
Out the red carpet.
They do that thing where you ride the bike cart around and have drinks.
Oh, we should rent one of those, a pedal bar?
A pedal bar. Like, how fun would that be during TRCMA? You know what I mean? Like, after hours, you jump on about 6 o'clock and you ride from like 6 to 7:30.
They're fun for the people riding and famously obnoxious for everyone else.
No, they're famous. They're super fun for my children. They love watching those.
Do they like watching them? I've never done it.
They are polarizing, depending on who you ask.
Well,
no, my kids will roll the window down and cheer at the people and say, "Wow, that looks so cool." So and I'm embarrassed.
Maybe you're seeing them during daylight hours, but
rolling
as soon
my window
as
up like,
goes,
don't talk to them. They're really drunk, and they're like, "Wow!" They're cheering. And Hadley's like, "Yeah, woo!"
What I see happening at TRCMA is that if we do rent one of those, let's just say it does happen, right? In between rock climbing, jet skiing,
right,
all the crazy
the
other
whitewater
activities.
rafting.
I mean, guys, TRCMA is this insane after hours regimen that we go through.
It's all the stuff
right?
we don't show on.
So how funny would it be? Like,
campus.
we get everybody on there. Jeff's like, hop, wait for me. Jeff jumps on. He opens up his binder and he's just like, all right, so let's start discussing some of these. Jeff, we're pedaling
trying
to have a beer or two.
No.
He's like, no, I got this, right? Let's go and discuss some of this. It'd be pretty funny, but
it would be fun. We should see how much one is, at least for one night.
Maybe for one night.
It's just like a Thursday night or a Friday night.
Well, because I was telling my wife, if we don't start booking out some activities now,
we gotta get them done.
If I don't start booking them out now, then apparently I'm off the table.
Yeah, so, you can't go.
Yeah, I need to have some stuff in the docket on what's a set in stone plan.
Yeah.
So the rock climbing thing could happen, right?
You never know.
Maybe, right? Eric from G Technic, right? He's kind of a crazy guy.
He's only coming for a couple days.
But he's always after that adrenaline rush.
Yeah, but he's only coming for a few days. So he's
that's
coming
true.
for like 2 days, one night, basically.
Probably going to try
And
longboarding down Bogus Basin.
Mr.
Road or
Dylan Von
something.
Kleiss is,
Dylan will be here for a few days.
He loves
Very
craft
excited.
beers. He loves things like that,
Yep.
and so he likes running as well.
He does like running. Very strange.
Very strange.
Send him to Camel's Back. Just let him have fun with that.
But anyway, so stay tuned. We want everybody that's here watching this Q&A to be joining us for TRCMA throughout the entire week if you can. We wish you can. Also, if you missed the motorcycle wash yesterday that we did, check it out. I think it was informative. I think it was fun.
I thought it was great. I thought it looked good. It felt good.
But I think maybe 3 bikes was too many to do in one.
Yeah, when I logged
stream.
in again at 3:30 and you still hadn't washed the third bike, I said, "Oh, they're in trouble."
Well, yeah, because Josh Brodel, right, had to take off. He had a hard out.
Yeah.
And so he had a hard out at 4. And so I had to knock out the third bike by myself, or at least half of the third
Well,
bike.
and a lot of people had like more general motorcycle detailing questions. Like they didn't necessarily pertain to what was going on screen, but they were motorcycle related.
Yeah.
They wanted to know. So unfortunately, it's the nature of the beast where you want to do a live presentation, but you also want to invite people to interact and ask questions, and they're not always relevant to what's going on. So it
Correct,
becomes a game of like, how much of this, how much of that.
And then it was like, what's motorcycle's your favorite? Which I could talk about motorcycles all day long. It's just, we were trying to make it somewhat helpful. But I think that the Epic Waterless Wash here was the star of the show at the beginning on the CBR 600 RR that we got from Carl Cycle Sales. And it was funny because I told the guys, I really want a 1000, right? It would be really cool to have a 1000, on the show.
They said they never get these in.
Well, just because I like 1000s. I'm just a sucker for
You just
anything.
want a leader bike.
I just like leader bikes,
Well,
right?
and they also said you're kind of a diva.
And
like, Anthony,
they said,
I don't always have those.
I
It's
know.
a special item.
Well, I took the 600, right?
Yeah.
I know. I took the Peasants 600,
Right.
And then
Get
brought
what
it
you-
over here.
Beggars can't be choosers.
And then we
It's
did,
still
we
a
did the
quick
show.
bike.
Yeah.
Took the bike back, right? What do they have? They have a CBR 1000 RR right there in the spot. And I go, wait,
Wait a
this
second.
wasn't here yesterday. And they're like, oh yeah, we saw you took the 600, so we just put this in its place.
Well,
I
where
said,
was this?
Where was this to begin with? This is the bike I wanted for the show. So, what can you do?
Maybe
Well, the
next time
600
they'll
was
think. Maybe next time they'll understand.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't hear you. Maybe they thought you said you wanted a 600.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so we're 12 minutes in. Why don't we start getting to some comments?
So
and
that's a great time
questions?
to transition into what I like to call Levi's review of the Batman.
Oh, okay. You've seen it now.
So I went and saw it on Sunday with my wife,
The opposite way.
and
Go.
it was good. That's all I'm going to say.
You
Anyway,
get the chills when that Batmobile started up.
I was very excited. I also liked that they were both scared out of their wits while they were driving.
Oh yeah.
Batman and the Penguin.
Oh, yeah.
Both trying not to hit cars. Both. I like the.
Causing a lot
Oh
of
my
destruction.
gosh! No, oh my gosh! I don't want to cause any more destruction than has already been caused.
They don't want to, but they're causing it.
Very much nicer than the Zack Snyder style of full-on destruction.
That city is just...
We're leveling the entire city to the ground.
I call it Bee Stung Batman.
Yeah, these guys are like
Bee Stung Batman that just blows everything up.
And this was like, okay, I don't want to really hurt this car, but oh crap, those trucks exploded. Whoops. Oh my gosh, here
'Cause
comes
we're in
another
a more
car. Oh my god,
realistic-
It's like,
yeah, that I really enjoyed that.
We're in a realistic environment,
I
but
like
it's a
that.
heightened but
Yeah,
still realistic
made me
environment.
feel good. I was happy. At least that Batman was cautious.
I'm pretty
So,
sure some families
yeah.
weren't so lucky on that highway at
Yeah,
the end, but they
but-
tried their best.
Point is, it was a good movie. I loved it.
Yeah.
So really enjoyed it. I also watched Batman and Batman Returns
Good calls.
while I've been home sick.
Yeah.
And then I also streamed pretty much the entire 5th season of Last Kingdom. So I finished that.
man.
So
Ooh.
very good. Anyway, all right, let's get into some questions. Sean Prince, I'm ready for this one after he is showered, soaped up, and I'm assuming shaved.
I think that's a little thinking bubble.
thinking.
Yeah.
Shower thoughts.
Dan Pfeiffer saying, good afternoon, a word up from Minnesota, USA. Spring is here. Did my first outside wash of the year yesterday. Felt good to fire up the pressure washer and foam cannon. Happy Friday Eve. Let's go.
Way to start it off, Dan.
And then Kimberly MC. Hello. 3 times from Chicago.
Welcome,
hello,
Kim.
hello. I ordered my mystery rag bag this morning. Can't wait to see what's inside.
Ooh,
Thank you,
that's
Kimberly,
really
for
that.
joining us.
Equally excited for you.
Us too. Very nice. Hans saying good afternoon and happy Purple Bead Maker Day.
Uh-huh.
And then can I buy the hat that you're wearing, Anthony?
The Maserati hat.
Well, I think we have
I think
one.
he meant the hat in the thumbnail because he
Well,
said this way
oh.
before we went live.
Yes.
All I know is that we do have one extra Maserati hat that's sitting on Dane's desk that we could sell to you, Hans,
Yeah,
if you'd
he
like.
didn't care enough
He
to
didn't.
see the Maserati
No,
that
was
we
he
saw.
was the one person who was like, felt
Guys, I gotta
think
load the
he-
van.
I was so mad when you guys got to go talk to the people doing that because only
Yeah.
just now are the reviews for the MC20 coming out.
Really?
Really?
Yes,
But we
it's
saw
been
that
that
car.
long.
We got to talk about it.
And that's why I was excited.
We
no
each
one
got
else.
to take
Hey, I
a.
got
We
to
each
test
got
drive that
yeah,
car.
we all took rides in the parking lot around in it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm just trying to keep bags from falling out of the back of the Suburban. And
But they were
everybody's
already packed.
And they gave
Everything
us
was already
these-
put inside.
Commemorative hats.
Yeah.
I missed all of
Anyway,
that.
Hans,
I
if
feel
you want
bad.
one of these white Maserati hats, we'll sell you Danes.
Mike C.
I've heard many viewpoints on this. Dr. Color Chip before paint correction, Dr. Color Chip after paint correction, specifically for metallic paint. I would not want any discoloration after polishing. So, Mike, you won't get discoloration after polishing. What'll probably happen is you'll lose paint. Now, Anthony is a fan of Dr. Color Chip prior to polishing.
Mike knows this. Mike, I polish over the Dr. Killer chip. I coat over the Dr. Killer chip.
And I'm
Seen
the
him do
opposite. I like to polish prior to.
Yeah, that's strange to
Yeah,
me.
that's just me.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's not right. So was it the same thing?
Yeah.
Right? Oh.
You're just wrong.
Yeah, so Mike, there's only, I mean, the couple times I've polished and it's discolored the paint a little bit is just because of the abrasives in the polish might discolor that chipped area, but it's not like super noticeable. I mean, the chip is almost always going to settle flat. Very rarely will it be glossy, especially after you use the Seal Act solution. The Seal Act does have solvent in it that's going to knock down the sheen of it ever so slightly just to make it less noticeable to where it blends better. But I don't know. I mean, you can experiment with it for yourself. Try it before, right? If you polish and you don't like the look after, it's not going to hurt you to go back over it and you can hit it again if you'd like to do that. That's the beauty of it, is that it is something that can be removed even a year after being applied with the Seal Act solution. That's the coolest part about it. So while it is a permanent thing and will hold up to almost all soaps, paint preps, and all that stuff, the solution that it comes with is one of the only solutions that's able to really break it down easily, even years after applying it, if you'd like to do it that way. Except for when you coat over it. If you coat over it, then it's sealed in pretty well. So anyways, thanks for, I hope all is well. Thanks for everything. Question mark? Thank you for
I think you meant an exclamation there, but that's very nice, Mike. Thank you.
Enjoy all of your content. You're great guys, obviously. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
It's very charitable reading of the interaction. I love it, though. Thank you. Kimberly here.
Can CTV3 be stacked with paint gloss and Dreammaker? Maintenance wash is Saturday, and I'm eager to try PNS. Kimberly, so yes, if you already have CTV3 on the vehicle, you can, but you don't have to use paint gloss and then Dreammaker if you're going to wash it. If it's going to be a washed surface and then you're going to put CTV3 on it, I'd wait for the CTV3 to cure before you top it with Dreammaker. You don't have to use paint gloss, just Dreammaker. Paint gloss Dreammaker is great for, let's say you just washed it, you pulled it in the garage, maybe it's been a day or two, and you're like, oh, I want to make it look its best.
A hint
wipe
of
it
dust
down
is
with
on the car,
wipe it down with
maybe.
paint gloss, hit it again
Yeah.
with Dreammaker, pull it out, and then show off your car, whatever you want to do with it. That makes sense.
Yeah. Alex Dewar here saying, Happy Friday Eve. Great live yesterday. Awesome to spice things up. We'll need to check this one later. Counting down the days to TR SEMA. Well, we are too. And we've got a lot in store, so it's been a little stressful around here lately. I've got Dead Pedal up next.
I just picked up a Bissell Little Green and hope to tackle the Ranger this weekend. I might even make a video on it. Who knows?
Ooh, that sounds like
He
a
says
good
he used
time,
it on his
Andrew.
couch
You
with
should,
incredible
Andrew.
results.
Don't tempt us with a good time.
I'm worried about how incredible those results were. How dirty was the couch?
I mean,
So we all want to know.
only Andrew knows.
Only Andrew knows, right?
He might be something. You never know.
So
Lisa says, I'm washing all my new Rag Company towels today in anticipation of a good spring wash. Atta girl.
Nice. Way to do
Very
it.
nice, yeah. And then Tyler Graff, hello TRC crew. Finding out chemicals can't be shipped to Canada, and that got me thinking. You've got TRC USA, TRC Europe. Will there ever be a TRC Canada? So, yes and no, in the sense that we have had multiple distributors in Canada for quite a while now, but we have a new distributor in Canada. And as they have been onboarding, and we've been onboarding them into the family, so to speak, there is potential. We'll say that. But the goal with them is that we're going to be able to reach a lot more of you, and more of you are going to have access to Rag Company towels because of
Who are you
that.
talking about?
Your guy,
My guy?
the new guy that you got a little heads up from another folks.
Maybe this feels like
you're talking
something we
about
shouldn't
TOC.
be-
TOC is absolutely carrying Rag Company products right
I know,
now.
that's all I'm saying.
And so TOC is killing it. And I actually want to give a special shout out to them because Josh, right?
I was waiting for you to jump in. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you're
I
like
doing
giving
that.
him the hints, and I was like,
Sorry.
wait, is this something we aren't supposed to talk about? I
No,
don't know.
So TOC, so they've recently become a distributor of ours up in Canada, and they were actually recommended to us from Viper Chairs, and so Viper Chairs said, hey, make sure to check them out, and so we set up a good connection with them, started talking with them, just really great guys over there, and one of our grand ambassadors, Josh, right, Josh Unite, you probably see him on that we share on Instagram all the time. He has actually been doing a lot of the video content and been stepping in front of the camera for TOC, right?
nice.
And talking about products. And I'm like, dang, that's amazing. The Grand Ambassador program, right?
Look at all the places it's put guys.
It's a gift
and
that
gals.
keeps on giving, apparently.
Yeah.
It's just so cool to see. And so
It's like talent scouting, you know?
I just can't wait to see TOC continue to build out their media content, and to continue to build out all the fun, and then obviously us being able to share things. But they're very creative over there, and I think they're really going to bring a lot of premium products, to that region of Canada. So I'm excited.
Yeah, we're really excited because it's finally, like we said, it's going to get towels into the hands of you guys better than the 3 previous distributors that we had. Not to say they were bad.
No,
they did a great job. It was
they did a
just,
great
it
job.
wasn't a lot of marketability for the product,
Yeah.
for the brand. And these guys have really taken that and pushed a lot more, which is what
Which
we're
we
looking
love.
for. That's what we
So that's
want. We
great.
want you to be able to know, I go to these guys. So
Because
check
when
them
people
out.
ask questions, it means it's not reaching people.
Correct.
So
So TOC, so it's called TOC Supplies, and I don't know exactly where they're located, but you can follow them on Instagram. They have CarPro, they have G Technic, they obviously have Rag Company, and all sorts of, beads racks. They have IK sprayers. It looks like they even have some sprayer labels on there. PNS. The list goes on. They're doing a really, really good job with their media, and definitely give them a follow if you're up in Canada.
There you go.
So one last note on that is just to say, if you're ever in doubt, for any of you watching, not necessarily just Tyler here, but anybody watching, if you're not sure you're in a place where you can find TRC products, an easy way to find it, if not searching Amazon, which is always an option, is going to our website and actually looking at the distributors page. So like searching distributors, it's on there, and it'll show around the world where we have our products located. So you can find them that way as well. All right, so I've got Grant here simply saying 5 minutes ago, and it sounds like Sims music.
Grant, I don't know if you know this, Anthony loves the Sims game too. He plays a real life one though with folks that are in his home.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't burned down the house yet, so that's good.
Pretty great. Yeah. Dead Pedal saying, Lisa, I bet the anticipation is very real. Down here in Florida, I'm waiting for pollen season to be over so I can finally wash my cars without them turning yellow the next day.
Yeah.
There you go. Kirby Thompson saying happy St. Patrick's Day to all. Hello, TRC crew. Hello, Slancha. And Kirby saying, yes, we have the Pine Pollen Season 2 in Houston, Texas, and it is just now starting. Weaver, CSL XO combo versus CSL CTV3. Yeah, I'm constantly topped with CTV3. Will there be a noticeable difference in performance? Depends on how you care for it, Weaver. How long you wash it, where it's stored.
How often is constantly?
Yeah.
Is it like every day, or is it like every week or month?
Yeah, if you're doing that already, the fact that you're even saying constantly top of CTV3, you might not even notice a difference.
You wouldn't even notice a difference if it's being constantly topped.
Yeah, you may never see it.
C2V3 is pretty great. I mean, C2V3 is great on its own, but I mean, with any one of those bases underneath, whether it's CSL or even EXO with C2V3, I mean, they're all, you're not going to notice.
Yeah.
They're all going to be great. Grant Hawtrey says, Day 426, please like, share, subscribe to all TRC media so my family living in Anthony's loft. Yeah. What's that? What'd you say?
Well, I said Sims.
Yeah. Sims. Oh, so my Sims living in Anthony's loft doesn't get turned into Tony's homemade meat sauce.
Wow.
Have a nice day.
Okay.
So typically in the Portuguese beans, I won't use human.
Okay.
Oh, well, that
should make all of you feel better, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, when it comes to my manwches, I like to put the man
back in.
I like to put the man back in.
I too love a good loose meat sandwich.
Loose meat, right?
It's one of the best kind of sandwiches there are.
The worst.
Speaking of sloppy joes, my mouth started watering as I started thinking about
that.
I love burgers. I love sandwiches.
Extra hearty sloppy joe sauce.
Sandwiches.
And I still haven't tried your brisket meat combination that you were talking about. The beef and the brisket that you said.
I did
barbecue sandwiches, brisket sandwiches, amazing.
Oh.
Just not sloppy Joe mix where it looks like somebody just slathered chili on a bun.
What if you did a little chopped bacon in a sloppy Joe?
You could do that too.
I've never tried that.
No.
Key is, remember, you just get your meats together, cook them up, then put your manwich sauce on there, let it simmer.
Get
it going. Stir it up. Then
I just like a really hearty, thick sloppy Joe. Right?
When the meat is more liquid than solid, thank you.
There's more meat than liquid, Dane. We don't add extra liquid.
No. I'm talking about the consistency of the meat. The meat is like borderline liquid.
Dane, the meat is not
appealing. With sloppy
Dane,
Joe.
what kind of sloppy Joes did you have? Did somebody blend
like the gross ones that are super loose ground beef in a can?
Did somebody blend the meat before they put it in the sloppy Joe mix?
No.
Dane, who hurt you?
Yeah, I feel like
I don't like them.
I feel like you don't know what we're having.
I love barbecue sandwich. Give me a brisket sandwich any day. Give me a burger any day. All that stuff is awesome, but no to a sloppy Joe sandwich where it's just mostly just slop on a bun. It's gross.
Wrong. Moving on, Tom Kirby.
Not about it.
Tom Kirby says, Dead Pedal. Yes, we hate the pine pollen season 2 in Houston, Texas, and it's just now starting. We don't really get pine.
We don't have any of that right now.
We don't really have any
of that.
Pine trees, but we don't really have that. Pollen, honestly, we have it pretty made here.
We get it. We get it for a little while.
But not to the extent. I mean, honestly, I feel bad for everybody else. Like in Florida,
we don't get it till
Florida sounds like it's the hardest area to own a car ever.
Yeah.
Between the lead bugs,
it's actually the opposite in terms of the laws pollen, of what's allowed on the road.
Everything. Oh, I'm sure that what's allowed on the road is different, but I'm saying it's the hardest.
Yeah, we're not going to get pollen until probably May because end of March stuff starts to bloom, but then all of April it rains.
All we get are, honestly, in terms of pollen, all we get are those trees that smell like.
Yeah, everybody knows the trees.
It's the white
trees downtown, often near campus. Yeah, you're not quite sure if it's just people open the windows of their dorm rooms or if it's a tree.
Yeah. Adam Hancock saying,
"Are you watching Socks right now?"
Friday Eve.
Kind of feels like it. Kind of crack them open.
Joey Belinsky saying. Dang it, Dane.
No.
Happy Friday Eve. Joey. My mystery bag arrives tomorrow. Y'all are quick. Thanks. And then Adam, Joey. Excited to see what's in my mystery rag bag. Casey Tucker, since it's St. Patrick's Day and it's green, how about some O&R wash and wax? On a side note, any thoughts on this product versus regular O&R? Casey Tucker, we've loved O&R wash and wax. It's a great product, especially if you're going to be using it just as a... maintenance wash, but
it's great.
It's also great for very dusty interiors. If you ever get a car that's got a lot of dust in the interior, O&R wash and wax is a much easier way to clean up the interior.
You're protecting
it. I loved O&R wash and wax, and really, if we sold more of it, we probably would have kept it around. We tried for years to kind of get people on board. And it was just a hard sell because people found that there's just more ways to use the blue O&R, and so we said no. We decided to not sell it anymore. Yeah. But with that said, it's a great product. So if you want to try it for yourself someday, make sure to pick some up.
Wouldn't say a bad thing about
Kimberly says, "Glad you're back, Levi. Get better."
Thank you.
And then following that, we have Mazina Cameron says, "I don't know if I told you guys, but I bought a GTI."
Told me.
Whoa!
Right.
He could not resist. But
Full of the DSG, so he went auto.
All right.
Okay.
Well, as far as autos go, that's actually a good one.
So crazy GTI.
It's nice. It looks good.
Four-door.
Yep.
Four-door?
Little Golf GTI. Looks great.
Well, Cameron's always been in the Euro realm
Right.
of the vehicles, right? So it makes sense. And the GTI will be fun. But, Cameron goes through a lot of cars, though.
He does.
How long do you think he'll have this GTI for?
Hopefully for
Wanna
the
take
rest
bets?
until the baby is 16.
I doubt it.
How long did Cameron have his Audi for?
A year?
few years.
2 years?
Couple years.
And before they had the
felt like we saw it
BMW
around
for a couple
recently
years.
Yeah. Anyway, Cameron.
Yeah.
You need
We'll
to bring
see.
it by one of these days, and we'll play around on it.
Yeah.
Kimberly saying Tony making Irish wings.
Who
I don't know
knows?
what Irish wing is, but
You make 'em up.
Kimberly, you've caught my interest, right? Soak them in Guinness,
Yeah.
right?
no.
Soak them in a little bit of Guinness, get a nice dark brew on there, right? And maybe do like a nice deep smoky barbecue sauce on them.
Yeah, that's a good
That would
idea.
complement the, what's that called that Guinness has? It's like a deep froth. What's that? It's not froth. It's like a, what do you call Guinness? The darkness of it. What's that referred to?
port.
It's not malty. It's
No, it's a port. It's a porter.
Are you sure? No, it's not porters. It's a steak.
No, it's a porter. The beer. It's
I
a
am
port.
lost in this
Stout.
conversation.
Stout.
Stout.
Wait, are
There
you guys
go.
talking about
That's
beers?
what-
I just now
Sorry,
realized
Nick,
what you're
Nick
talking
hit me with
about.
a
Yeah,
stout.
it's a
Yeah,
stout.
so it's a stout, right?
An Irish stout.
So what would
geez.
stout go good with in terms of flavor? I don't know. Maybe something smoky and barbecuey.
You know, it's nice, good thick steak. Yeah, that's why they call it steak in a can. You
Actually,
can just drink
you know
that.
what?
You don't even need
Honestly,
to
when
eat.
it comes to stouts, they're so just as a standalone thing.
Okay.
There's no reason to really have
Okay.
them with anything else.
Stout milk steak.
I love that idea.
Okay, Charlie.
I've had that. It's actually delicious.
And on that note, Messina, come on, man. I feel like I get the same chemicals every mystery bag, LOL. Different rags every time, though. You know what?
Yeah, he
Sometimes
asked
there's
me.
overlap, but not
He
always.
wanted some insider information.
Did Cameron get his yet or no?
I don't know.
Did he order
well,
one?
I think he's going to find.
No, we
Belinsky.
switched up the chemicals
Things
this
get
time. We
switch
switched up
up
the
on
chemicals.
Belinsky said, GTI all day. Welcome to the club. DSG is the faster one anyway. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Truth. Aw, Cynthia.
Thank you,
Hi, all.
Cynthia.
Loving these
Appreciate
handsome
that.
Thank you.
leprechauns. Too kind. Hans here. Jack Anthony got an orange beard. He's turning Dutch little by little. You would notice that, Hans.
And then Mazias' website says
Oh.
free shipping orders 125 and up. Sorry. 125
bad.
and up.
Did I say 149?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. My mind is. When I did a 3-hour live yesterday by myself, because Levi didn't.
Did Josh just not
kidding.
exist?
Josh was there. I didn't get enough sleep last night, even though I kind of slept in.
All right. Let's help Tank for
Tank
sale.
for scale. Is it for sale?
It could be.
I like tank for scale.
Tank for scale.
Tank for scale.
Could you recommend a towel for panel prep / wipe? I found Eagles and Creatures.
Creatures, that's a great
It's like a
name.
t-shirt.
A big grass.
So FTWs,
I
tank.
love the way it's spelled.
FTW. FTWs are your go-to right there. Grant Autry says TR
Yeah.
SEMA is Dane's version of Boogie Nights.
I mean, it could be.
It is.
Alex says we all look amazing. Thank you,
Thank
Alex.
you.
And then Shelby, welcome back, girl, says happy St. Patrick's Day, guys. Been a hot minute since I was able to join the live. We're glad you're back
here.
in it. Poet saying happy Friday Eve.
Yes, sir.
G. Davis, apparently Alex Duar's TR SEMA demand list leaked on the web. Num, Peruvian chicken and grape soda. 2, he would only like to be addressed as Mr. Grandambassador. And 3, TRC will provide a husky local for foot quad massages.
Oh my God.
Gee, how do you do it?
And then Han says I'll be the key keeper during TR SEMA.
Oh, okay.
And then Graham, afternoon lads. Have I lost an hour? Yes, Graham, we had daylight savings time
Yeah.
here in the U.S. over the
Here
weekend.
they're trying to push that to where it's no longer a thing.
Yeah.
See what
So we
happens.
sprung
Abolish it.
ahead. So we jumped ahead 1 hour. So yes, you have lost an hour.
I was talking to Katie about this the other day.
Yeah.
I cannot wrap my head around the concept of daylight savings outside of what I'm currently living in. The thought of, for example, what I'm saying is that, like, we all as a country.
You don't want it to be dark when you come and go from
Minus
work.
Arizona and what, Hawaii?
Arizona.
Right? Does not do daylight savings. So then I think to myself, so we're off of Arizona's time, not like a mountain time, central time, Pacific time thing, but we are off from them for an hour at one point in the year for 6 months.
For a while, yeah.
Yes.
But like it's just but are they ahead or behind?
Depends on the time of the year.
I mean, I
That's
lost
what I'm
track,
saying,
so
right? You lose track. You don't know how it works.
all I know is your phone will figure it out when you cross the border.
But here's the thing also, though. We only live 45 minutes away from a time change from the Pacific time zone.
Yeah, we just go that way.
So we're already that close to being
Is
that
Ontario
1 hour.
Pacific?
Just past Ontario's
When you're
Pacific
like by
time
Baker
zone.
City, you can see
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So we're in a weird.
So we're
time
already
zone.
at a weird spot in the state.
Yeah.
To where it doesn't really we're closer to Pacific time than we are to Central time.
The sun sets later here.
So we get that
Usually.
benefit, but
Yeah.
no, and also the hard one, it's spring. It's the hardest one to get behind.
Yeah.
Fall, you get the extra hour. You get an extra hour to sleep. You feel more rested. Spring, you just feel tired.
You're honestly kind of excited for the fall
Yeah.
where you're like,
I forgot it was
all right.
daylight savings time.
It
on
snuck
Sunday
up.
when I woke up.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I just woke up and was like, wow, this is okay. Started making breakfast, and I looked at the clock on the oven, and I was like,
Oh.
dang, I'm up early making this breakfast. And I was all proud of myself. And then we had to leave for my mom's, and I was like,
Wait a second.
what time? Why is the clock off?
And that's
And,
when it hits.
then it hit me, and I was like, oh, it's daylight savings time. My wife's like, yeah, idiot. What's up?
I hope we can abolish it. I would like to get rid of it and just make it easy on everybody, and we can stay at a certain time.
They tried once before and it worked for a little while.
What?
but
They really did?
I believe there was another time period where they locked it out for a while and then they went back.
Gosh, that's
to look that up.
crazy.
All right, Hans here saying Luke will be doing some Mountain Dew keg stands.
Yep. And then Andrew says it'd be better if it was hard Mountain Dew. And then then he says it's time to get Baja blasted, brother. Andre says the motorcycle wash was fantastic. So much good information. Thank you. And
Thank
Kirby
you, Andre.
Thompson saying 3 bikes was a bit overload. Anthony though did better for a general how-to versus the IDA presentation today.
Well, you get both versions, so you get a chance to
Wow.
compare and contrast what you
Wow.
liked.
Tom Kirby, that is quite the
Complimentary.
compliment.
Good
Thank you
job,
very
Anthony.
much.
Big compliment.
I really
Impressive.
appreciate that. Yeah, they Levi was like, "Yeah, Anthony, the IDA really needs help, and they would love your input on this." And I said, "Yeah, no, I'm gonna get to that." And then I didn't.
And
Yep.
then you
So Roman
forgot.
wrote the whole thing, and then he held a
I probably
presentation
should have been
yesterday.
more involved in that. I apologize. It was a bit of an overload, though. I think we all agreed that we probably could have done without the Grom segment and maybe just did a pure rinseless or maybe just a pure waterless or just a pure soap and water. So we'll do that next time, hopefully with another cool bike from Carl's Cycle
Sure.
Sales, right, that we can plug again.
Yeah.
Who knows?
There you go.
We'll see.
They're right there. They're
Buffer
friendly.
saying, hey guys, I would like to let you know that Juan's help was amazing in Costa Rica. Good content and products.
Glad to hear it.
Thanks, man. Gorilla Jeebus saying, what's up, my dudes? I would like to, PNS Epic versus OptiClean opinions. Epic seems to be easier to find in Germany and Europe.
Interesting.
Wow, that's funny because the distributor of PNS Epic and OptiClean is the same company.
Yeah.
So, pick them up from the rag company EU or Optimum Car Care
Yeah.
EU. So, Rocky Iverson, what's the Spectrum towel best used for?
Yes, Rocky lives
The
on.
Spectrum, Rocky Iverson says, so the Spectrum is the same towel as the Creature, except the Spectrum has an edge. So think of the Spectrum as a Creature with an edge. So everything you love using the Creature for, you can use the Spectrum for. It's kind of our own little secret, but it was a way to add a little bit more weight and density for people that don't necessarily like edgeless towels and want more of a premium feel with a suede edge. And so...
And we can offer different colors.
And we
in
can
it
offer
as a
different
result,
colors.
too.
And weirdly enough, the Spectrum is one of our best-selling towels on Amazon.
People love 'em.
absolutely love them, and we don't really promote them too much, like on Instagram or anything like that.
They kinda just
mainly
sell
because
themselves.
they kind of sell themselves. And I don't know. I think that there's such a dark. We call it the dark pack because it is a dark pack. It's gray, blue, and black.
Yeah, it looks good.
It looks good. So it's just not as vibrant, right?
Yeah,
as
but they're nice towels.
I
They're
would
great
like.
towels. You can use them just in every situation anyway.
Shops love them.
So,
Next up, we got G.
I hope there's a Penguin spin-off show on HBO Max. Me too.
Honestly,
Sean,
he killed it in that role.
gloss black areas of my wheels appear slightly milky when inspecting with a detail light. From a distance, they look fine. Any way to revive them to a deeper black? Yeah, you could polish them. just so you know.
Maybe made a little,
Alex, what other pads would you recommend for a one-step with last cut? I got the orange LC pad, the blue Rupes wool, the yellow Rupes wool, the maroon Eurofiber or Eurofoam by Buff and Shine. Really, those are my main go-tos for one steps. Those 4 pads. So. Gorilla says, by the way, we have Sahara sand on our cars in Germany since it got washed out of the air by the recent rain. Cars look filthy. Can we get some of that?
Well, we get dirty rain.
Yeah.
What should we name our dirty rain? Should it be something else?
Well, it can't be Sahara sand. Perhaps
like an Alaskan blowout, or
no, it can't be an Alaskan blowout. What's next closest
the Nevada
desert we have?
The Nevada,
the Bruno. Backfire.
The Bruno backfire. That's what all the sand.
No.
Because it stays there. It just gets trapped in the circle.
No.
Yeah. I don't know what
there.
we
It
call the
doesn't go
dirty
out.
rain, right?
Marinate on that.
What's a dirty
and we'll come back to it.
city in Oregon that's next to us?
Ontario.
Ontario.
Yeah.
The
Sure.
Ontario Omen.
But they're not really a high desert. They're like the end of the high desert into the mountains.
I know, but I'm just trying to think of a dirty town next to us.
Yeah, Ontario
Ontario's
would be a
pretty
good
close.
one. That's kind of a nice. I like
Well,
that.
you got
Or use
Nampa right
Cuna,
there.
Cuna or Nampa.
Emmett.
Emmett. There it is. Sorry, Shelby.
The Emmett something.
Yeah.
The eminent Emmett.
There you go, yeah. Bill Pearson. Howdy, gents. Good to see you back, Levi. Oh, from sunny Southern California. By the way, I finally got a chance to try the cinnamon roll waffles. Ooh. Outstanding. The wife even declared them the new Christmas breakfast.
That's a good choice.
That's how you do it right there. Simple, easy, so much faster, right?
You changed somebody's
Tradition.
Like, tradition.
Wow.
Morning tradition. That's what I do here.
That's an
know if-
impact.
Is that what
Tradition
you
changing.
do?
That's a true impact.
Since a couple weeks ago.
Daniel says, coming in, hey guys, I hope y'all are having an awesome day. How do I clean the door pocket that is extremely caked with dirt debris from rusty tools to dirt and unknown dirtiness?
It's like a work truck.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
So, do you have compressed air, Daniel? Do you have brushes? Fill that area with some Express. Take your brush, scrub it. Get in there, get it clean. Get as much as you can. Scrubbing, soaking, all that stuff. Get a steamer. Grab an air gun. Blow out that area. Put your towel in there.
7 different tools you're listing off.
You're going to need a lot to get in there.
Can you make
can't
it easy
just
for
spray
him?
it and then wipe it with a towel. It's never going to come out. You're not going to have enough. You're going to have to pull out a vacuum to kind of vacuum some of that dust out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that. Remember the other day when I sent you a video of what was inside the door pocket on Carly's car?
Oh, it was disgusting.
And I said, I don't know what that is.
growing.
Yeah.
There's like a specimen.
Yeah, so I vacuumed it. It looked like coffee grounds and gum.
To me, it looked
What
like
a
venom.
combo.
It looked like venom.
But then I started looking at it.
Symbiote.
It might be rust and some sort of biological creation that Augie has developed. Point is, I took my vacuum cleaner, I sucked out all the powder, the brown powder that was in there. Then I used the vacuum to chip at the gum to get that gum free. Then I used a little tar and glue remover, a little pad, to try and clean and dissolve some of that gum off the plastic. But it was so filthy in there, I still had to clean it. So I stuck my towel in there, I couldn't reach any of those spots. Had to get my all black Detail Factory brush, spray some Express in there, do a little brush action inside there, stick my air gun in, blow it out, clean it out. Now, it's clean as a whistle. Can't even tell you've done anything.
The ultimate compliment.
You are going to need some tools. Detail Factory brushes for sure. You're probably going to need a chance to get some air. If you don't have air available or readily available, you can grab a can of the dusters that you use for computers. You can grab one of those and like get into some of those cracks and crevices that you need just to blow out the junk. That's it. That'll get it the cleanest you can. And wear gloves. Graham, our white car looked brown after yesterday's Sahara deposits. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grand
Everybody's
Hotry,
getting them.
touch-ups after polishing gives better results. Anthony's wrong. If you overfill some chips, go back in after a week or two and smooth it out by polishing. And then Graham says, do I spot a wee leprechaun over Anthony's shoulder?
Perhaps.
You do. And then, Mazzina, what Dr. Color chip kit do you recommend for rock chips on a hood?
I would just recommend probably the standard one, like $39, and I'd probably start with that and then kind of go from there. But to Grant's point, guys, you have to trust me on this. I've done this so many times that what happens though is when you touch up after polishing, right? It doesn't look right, and then also the cloths that you're using liquid solvent, right, can mar the surface, right? So what you'll have is potentially micro marring around that area that you filled, right? So specifically using the Dr. Color chip system, you'll use the solvent, use the cloth to remove excess. You'll mar that area, right? So then you have to go back and polish over it.
And in my shop, what we did was we compounded first, wiped the cars down, parked them outside. My touch-up guys would show up. They would touch them up. We'd pull them back in. We'd polish them.
Well, but think about how much time. But think about you're going back and forth, though. It's too much back and forth.
Right, but
why would you do all that back and forth?
It was easier than having my guys wipe all the paint touch-up off with lacquer thinner.
Well,
forget my guys were robots.
So that's the thing, though. The lacquer thinner would not pull out a touch-up.
It would.
Well, lacquer thinner will not with Dr. Color chip.
No, it pulls Dr. Color chip.
I don't think it pulls Dr. Color chip.
lacquer thinner.
But you're also using lacquer thinner, and most of these people aren't using lacquer thinner.
I know. That's all I'm just saying. In my shop, this is what I had to do.
So I think that I don't know. I think
so basically we have
your movement, your progression should be very in the towards the same
far
direction.
more linear.
More linear.
On the production
back.
efficiency scale.
Correct.
Not necessarily going to survive, but
No.
maybe on a more boutique, like we got time. We'll
Well,
get time.
the other thing too.
Yeah.
Well, I also think that when you go to touch up, and then after you touch up and everything, sets up nicely, whatever it might be, right? Sometimes some of those panel wipes, man, pure panel wipes, pretty potent, right? You might remove something if it hasn't fully set up and cured yet, right?
Yeah.
And then also some coatings still have some solvent in them as well, some solvent-like properties that can also pull something as well. And so, I don't know. I think I'm right here, but you can argue with me.
I look forward to seeing some kind of comparison.
I've already
test in
just
the
done this
future.
in my head too many times. You can't win.
Andrew says, "Okay, Levi, you're nasty. It wasn't that bad." Well, I'm glad it wasn't that bad. Hello, TRC team, says Humberto from Puerto Rico. And then Daniel Laguna, what are some good water aids in today's times? Water aids.
Drying aids?
Drying aids, paint gloss, bead maker, CGV3.
Softeners?
Unless, maybe he makes water softening.
The CR
agent.
Spotless system?
O&R softens water. I mean,
O&R in a pinch.
Yeah.
Depends on what you mean by
But yeah, Anthony
water
had a lot of
aids.
the drying aids there. Other good water aids, you could pick up some Core Hydration. Perfectly balanced pH purified water.
You like to drink the Milo.
I do like the Milos. I like the flavor. I don't like the taste of water.
Yeah.
I like to flavor my water. All right.
Thank you,
Where do we
Umberto.
go?
Saying a happy St. Patrick's Day. And then we've got Daniel here again. How do I clean new cars with protective coating? What products and procedures?
Clean them like you normally clean a regular car.
I mean, he may be looking for something a little more in depth than that, but that's
Anything
pretty
with
much
pH,
it.
any of our soaps or polishes or waxes or sealants, everything's okay that we sell. So you can use any of those products.
True.
All right, safe. Basically, being afraid of removing
Yeah,
stuff.
and it also depends on the protective coating you're talking about. Is it covered in like a sheet of plastic? Because if it's all saran wrapped, you might want to cut that saran wrap off before you pull it off. But if you're talking about like it's got a ceramic coating on it, if it's got full PPF on it, again, Pearl, GSF, G-Wash, any of those are great soaps. Work just fine, totally safe.
You're not pulling
going
the
to hurt
protection
anything. O&R, totally safe. You're not going to have any problems. Any of our products that you put on top as protective agents aren't going to hurt any of that.
Unless it says APC or it's some kind of other product, just normal wash will do.
Even the APCs won't hurt it. So, Phil Bloomer, hi all. Greetings from Salisbury, UK. Is there any mileage in having a ceramic infused O&R? Not really, Phil. I don't see the point for it.
Yeah.
It
It removes
doesn't make
like 90% of the uses of O&R.
Yeah.
For just
Basically,
one,
anytime O&R adds a protective element into it, you've cut down on the many ways you could use O&R.
Well, you don't want to ceramic coat your carpets?
Yeah.
Imagine every
You want
fiber
ceramic
just...
coat the inside of your windows?
Huh. Hey,
Ceramic
I'm
coat
sure
on
people
inside
would do
your
it. Given the option, they probably would do it just because.
someone probably will. Then we've got Ron here.
Hello, TRC crew. Looks like winter is finally done in southern New England. Perfect.
Wow. Glad to hear
Ron, that sounds delightful. It feels like that here in Boise. So.
Have you ever been to New England?
Yeah, we went
Well,
there.
We've all gone.
We've gone.
What?
Yeah, when we do
We
our
were in
East Coast adventure.
Connecticut for the...
Yeah, we were in.
I was in New England.
Yes.
That
We
that,
passed through actual New England.
Do you know what New England is?
Yeah.
feel like you don't.
Kind of feels like you
it's a
don't.
county.
It's not a county.
Oh, dang
It's
it.
a group of states.
It's a collection of states. In
Yeah,
the
the
upper.
First.
But why do they
Northeast.
but why do they still refer to it as New England, right? When it's
Because
a
that's a
collection of
general
states?
area. Like
Yeah.
we're the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
So they don't call it the Atlantic East Northeastern coast.
They just don't call it the East Coast.
They just call it New England.
Well, no, depending on who you ask, Pacific Northwest sometimes includes Idaho, other times it doesn't.
Correct.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. All Idahoans say that we're part of the Pacific Northwest, but all Oregonians and Washingtonians don't.
like,
They're
nah.
like, "What are you talking about? Montana is." And we go, "Wait, what?
Just
No,
skip right over.
you guys just jumped the line." And they go,
that's
"What
not
are you, I don't know
fair.
what you're talking about?" Our friends in
Well,
Montana,
no, northern Idaho, right, can claim to be part of the Pacific Northwest.
right? The
Coeur
skinniest,
d'Alene can
Well, it's
claim,
basically Canada.
but it's
up
the
there.
skinniest part.
yeah,
yeah.
but they can claim that because
And I would argue that Coeur d'Alene's distance to Seattle is equidistant from Boise's distance to Seattle.
but we all
In a
know what's
sense.
up in northern Idaho.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
And on that note, hey, David, nice to see you, buddy. I'll see you in a week and a half.
all right.
All right.
that your friend?
Yeah. He's one of the crew I'm going to go hang out
Very
with right before we go to
nice,
Kier's.
David. Take good care of Dane. Make sure he
Yeah.
gets back safely.
Yeah, make sure
Kind of
nothing
have to
happens
because I'm
to him.
hosting the whole show. So.
All right.
Okay. Darren Lee, ATRC team, piano black ABC pillars on a Bronco Sport. Swirls like crazy, but not deep. What would you recommend? I have Clarity Cream or Shoal Concepts S40, S30, S20. Don't use Clarity Cream on those. That is just a black plastic covered in a polyurethane that is not technically a clear coat. Your best bet would be to polish them out, probably with a Shoal Concepts, whatever their medium or soft polish is, and PPF them. Because they're never going to get any better than that.
Yep.
So it's too many people don't understand this, and I'm going to keep saying this. Your normal A, B, and C pillars that are piano black are most likely not a actual clear coat or a UV strong enough automotive
It's a
clear.
very thin layer of like epoxy.
So
Yeah, it's-
perhaps money would best be spent just wrapping them black.
No, I would, if it was me, let's say I bought a brand new Bronco Sport.
Ooh, congratulations.
Thank you. It's the Bronco Sport, though. It's
Yeah,
not the
so
full
it's not
Bronco.
as cool, but,
No,
but
but
still something you
It's a
should
new
be proud
car.
of.
A new car to me, right?
Yeah.
If I had a
Bronco
little extra
2 is the
cash,
Bronco.
if I had a little extra cash, I would remove those.
Yeah.
I'd take them down to a body shop,
Yeah, and just have it to where it's just paint.
and I say spray some clear. Or I'd do one better: take them down to Anthony Fisher's do-it-yourself body shop.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anthony, you got something for me?
Yeah, I do.
What do you got?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color match those for you.
Okay, they're already black,
No, so I know I'm going to make them the color of the vehicle.
but I don't want. I want them black. I just want them clear.
Oh, you want them clear? Okay, then that's when Anthony's going to break out a can of 2K clear.
Oh, that's
right.
what I'm interested in that.
And so, and I spray the best 2K clear, right? You'll only find minimal hairs and
okay.
dust.
Only a few.
And yeah,
only a
most
few.
of that stuff you can pick out, right?
Right. Well,
so-
with the advent of the 2K clear, I'll be able to sand those,
Yeah, yeah,
polish them out, coat them, and be far more protected
yeah.
than just leaving them the way they are naturally and putting a coating on them.
Well, and so the key is
Because the coating's not fully going to bond.
correct, and the key is just not to fall into the clear, right?
Yeah,
So when you're
that too.
when you're laying it
When
in.
you're spraying, you don't want to actually trip and fall on it because
Yeah.
you're going to get it stuck to you.
This one has more flies in it than usual. That's unfortunate.
No, in all seriousness, though, I would just paint protection film, all that, every
PPF.
single. That's the answer to everything.
Polish them out and PPF
Like,
them.
if you have piano black trim, go paint protection film it. And then if you have new headlights, go put paint protection film on it.
Sooner, not later.
If you can put PPF on the front of the car, do it, man. I am a huge, on new cars.
Yeah.
I'm just
brand new.
I just love the
Right off
idea
the
of
showroom floor like that. I would do that just
wrapping
because
it in there.
Because Darren, if it's already driving you nuts, that car's barely a year old, 2 years old maybe.
Yeah.
And it's already like this, it's just going to keep being like that. And it's never going to get better. And even if you're going to polish it, it's still going to do it again. And you're going to polish it and you're going to coat it. You're going to be like, wow, the coating wore off on this spot. Yeah, just get them polished, PPF them, call it a day. Or pull them off and have Anthony shoot some 2K clear on them. Yeah. Kirby Thompson, I started to use natural finish on some WeatherTech rubber mats, and they look great, yet mine are slick. Have you experienced the same? No, Sid just went back over with a towel, knocked it down, and they weren't slippery. So, don't know, man. You can try it. Andrew says, can we start a band called Sloppy Joe and the Loose Meat Sandwiches? I'd like that. That sounds like a great band.
That'd be pretty sweet, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Is it appropriate to have Soylent Green on St. Patrick's Day? Funny, Rod. That's a good one. And then Dead Pedal, Sloppy one. Joe, or as I like to call it, a disorganized Joseph. That's a good one. Grant says, it's Sloppy Joe Day. It's Sloppy Joe Day.
How about
G. Davis says, I'm working on a 2009 Honda Civic that was repainted in 2020. There are some snow removal scratches on the edge of the trunk lid. Would I be okay to wet sand there? Compounding improved, but still noticeable. Knock yourself out, G. Seriously. You're probably not going to get them, but you might. And honestly, if that part was repainted in 2020 and it's got snow removal scratches, which is probably because they used the shovel to take the snow off the car, you should be okay. If it's old paint, I'd probably be worried.
Are they down to the bare metal, or is it?
I don't know, but I trust G.
Level? Yeah.
Super Chevy, I have a question. Can you use PNS Beanmaker and use Dreammaker like mixed together?
No.
We say no.
No. I mean, could you do it? Sure. Would it work?
I don't know.
I know is it'd probably be worse.
I just don't see any good.
To say there's some folks that are doing some crazy things around this world.
I don't want to discourage people from experimenting. What I do want to discourage is people from experimenting stuff and then complaining that a product is bad because they did something dumb with it.
I mixed these two products together and it didn't give me the results.
Therefore, the products are bad. That's not true.
You guys think that we don't see it every day?
Oh
we
my
do.
God, we see
it's insane.
Insane people do insane things.
Next question, we have Scott that says, we have those trees too. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, Scott knows what's up.
Yeah.
At my house, Vizina says, it's a double whammy. If we have these like pine bushes that only produce a huge amount of pollen, but also a giant home to spiders. I hate it. Ooh.
Yeah, it's those.
Man, burn it down,
I know the bushes,
dude.
the ones that are just
Light
like
them up.
loaded.
Light them up.
Webs. Yeah.
G. Davis, this was a great memory.
Ugh.
When I think of loose meat, it reminds me of that unfortunate Arby's family restroom incident with Dane and Paramus. I think that was actually a Friendly's in somewhere in Connecticut.
Yeah, Friendly's in Connecticut.
Friendly's was decidedly not friendly.
Yeah.
It says a year.
At least not to their workers. It seemed
said
like
a year for the
rough place
Audi.
to be. Man.
That was a rough day for us.
A year. That's pretty good.
Oh, man. Well, you know,
Stout.
we made it a year.
That was the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
And then Mazzina says the GTI needs paint chip repair, dent removal, and to be paint corrected. Lol. She's not perfect by any means. So if you want to help a guy out, make some videos, please do. Umberto, question. Checking into detail 2004 Mercury Mountaineer. Notice the dash. There's a different texture on the front of the passenger and wears an airbag, but it's more sticky. What would be the best approach for that? Just
sticky dash.
Just O&R and the towel, and be very careful. Chances are that is a replaced section, especially if it's near an airbag, and it's a poor quality plastic. I've seen what you're talking about. It's almost like the sun, and especially down in Puerto Rico, the sun has destroyed or softened that piece, and because it wasn't a factory piece, it was a off-brand.
No,
vinyl or leather
there
plastic.
Was a whole thing about a certain car,
a certain way.
Or a certain number of cars that were like had these sticky. They're called sticky dashes,
right? Yeah,
where it was like a melted dash situation, but like the texture, it was sticky.
Yeah,
It might have
was
been
that called?
Volkswagen.
I don't remember what it was called, but it's.
Do you remember that? It was
I know
called
exactly
It's
what you're
called a
talking about.
sticky
Mercedes
dash.
had a headliner thing for a while that was weird.
No, I know exactly because I touched. Remember, Dane, I've touched over
40,000.
You
40,000
remind us
vehicles.
all the time.
And so I've had experience with this when many others have not. And so
I appreciate you pointing that out, just in case anybody
firsthand, I've
that's
actually
being
physically
condescended
put
to
my hands
before.
on some of these sticky dashes. So what it is a lot of the times it's either a manufacturing defect in which when the manufacturers made a certain run of vehicles, that item wasn't manufactured in-house. They get that from a different supplier. That's what a lot of people seem to forget. When they're building cars, Acura doesn't just make 100% of every single part in the factory.
No automaker does.
They get a grouping of parts, and so let's say they get all the dashboards. They have one company make the dashboards. They buy all the dashboards for this model, and they bring them in. If that other company does something wrong, or they mess up a blend of a certain thing, that whole run of cars that they did with that batch of dashboards is now messed up. They did that with a couple cars, a couple TSXs back in the day, also had poor quality red paint. The red paint they were using to spray the cars for a portion of half of a year all turned pink underneath the clear coat.
Oh, no.
So what they had was actual single stage sun damage underneath a clear coated vehicle.
Kind of looked like your Mountain Dew when it was done.
It was a crazy thing. So you had all these bright red TSXs that started losing pigment in the red coloring,
It's like
turning them
bleaching from the sun.
It was bleaching, turning pink and white, but the car's clear coat was undamaged.
Right, so you can't just polish to get it back unless you go through
You
all the
couldn't
clear.
polish. You'd polish it; it was still shiny, but all the color damage was still under there. So there's a lot of different random things like that a lot of people seem to forget. And something like that, specifically, like you're saying, Umberto, around a dashboard. If it's on the cover where the dash airbag was, it could be a different piece from a non-OEM supplier, and that is poor quality and it's just degraded. Or it could be a portion of that dash that maybe they replaced the whole dash and they had that one piece and they put it. You don't know. So be careful. O&R, just towel. Kirby Thompson, Toyota had the sticky dash problem years ago, recalled and replaced. Now Lexus has reported and given warranty on the dash for the same issue. Exactly.
All right. Now
Ron
back to
says,
page
cook pot roast in a slow cooker with Guinness is the liquid. It's awesome.
Ooh.
There you go.
Some people cook with wine, but cooking with Guinness, that's
Cooking with
serious.
Dane, when I was an alcoholic, I cooked everything with Guinness. I even made milkshakes with Guinness.
All right.
G. Davis says, a quick question for Anthony. Would you recommend branch chain amino acids? Did you guys know what that was?
I did, yeah.
Did you know what it was,
BCAA?
Dane?
I thought it was a competitor to the NCAA. I had no idea.
Branch chain
Branch
amino acids.
chain amino acids for your post-workout. Absolutely. I think
The person who taught me
think-
that was you when you first started working here.
Yeah, and so they're basically branch chains are just. I mean, they're great in recovery for. There's multiple. I mean, I used to remember every single branch chain amino acid there was. Right. Leucine, isoleucine, glutamine. God.
So you must have done good in like organic chemistry or
No,
something.
no, not at all.
Oh, okay.
No, right now I'm just trying.
Maybe your nutrition
I'm
class.
trying to go down my knowledge rabbit hole.
Anyway,
I
do you
can't think of-
recommend them?
Yes, so I do, right? Because a lot of those are going to help with the muscle soreness, right? So glutamine specifically, right, is one of the core branch chains that's going to help the cellular repair of muscle tissue, right? Meaning that when you are sore after a workout, right, and you have torn all those muscles and you've torn everything up while it is beginning to repair itself, to strengthen itself, make it bigger and stronger, glutamine is a fantastic amino acid within that. But you can buy it to where it's like all the branch chain amino acids in one drink, right? It's like a drink you drink, kind of like the Amino Energy I had, but they have like Amino drinks, what they call it. They're delicious, right? If you're gonna get one, try to find one that has like coconut water in it, something that's going to be refreshing. So a brand that I really like is called Caged Muscle, right? And they have a couple good amino drinks inside their line, but it's called like I can't remember what the heck it's called, like Hydro something. It's a hydration drink, but it's got coconut water in it. It's also got some amino acids in it. It's very refreshing after a workout. But I recommend it. Yeah, I do recommend it. It's delicious. And it's also something that fights kind of like a sweet tooth craving if you're trying to cut back on sweets, which means I should probably obviously buy some because yesterday I went to the store and I bought an ice cream sandwich and a Choco Taco. And I said I didn't need this because I've lost a couple pounds, but I bought it anyways. I haven't eaten the other one yet. So
Well, that sounds like a great place to leave us for a moment as we take a break. We'll come back after a few short messages.
There you go.
Hey guys, Anthony with the Rad Company, and in today's video, we're talking about something new and exclusive for Amazon.com, and that is the Eagle Edgeless 6-pack in this new, beautiful teal color. Now, not only did we make this color exclusive, but we also altered the GSM, the grams per square meter, the weight, the density of the towel to 450 GSM. Now, what does that mean exactly? It means that this towel is the perfect combination of plush and pliable. Now, for reference, we have 3 other popular Eagle Edgeless: the Eagle Edgeless 350, the 500, the 600, and then this one right here at about 450. So we find that the 350 and 500 are some of our best sellers, so we thought, why not meet it in the middle, offer something right in between with a new cool color for all of our friends here at Amazon.com. So what would you use this towel for? Well, it's a 70-30 blend, meaning it's ultra soft, ultra safe, so you can use this for all exterior detailing needs, whether it's quick detailing, waterless wash, rinseless wash, removing light polish, light wax, sealants, and so on. This is ultimately going to be one of our safest and softest towels. The Eagle Edgeless fibers are second to none and are seriously one of the softest towels available on today's market. So what about outside of detailing? Can this towel serve any other purpose? Absolutely. If you have anything with a very delicate surface, such as something like a guitar or a piano or any type of plastic that just scratches by looking at it, this towel would be my answer. I would use this towel as this is arguably one of the softest and safest towels, not just from a detailing standpoint, but from a cleaning standpoint as well. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Hopefully you guys enjoy the new color as well as the new GSM, and hopefully you enjoy it as much as I do. So as always, thank you guys all for watching and have a fantastic day.
So, hello and welcome back to our special St. Patrick's Day themed version of Q&A Thursday, where everybody's got a little touch of the Irish going on. So that's fun. That's great.
There you go.
And why don't we get back to these comments?
Okay, get
All
on
right.
it, Dane.
So, starting right off, Alberto from Puerto Rico saying, we don't have daylight savings time.
There you go.
Oh.
Well, there's that answer.
It's also, they're not a state.
Yeah.
They're just a U.S.
Hopefully,
territory.
one day we could make that happen.
Once they
but
become a state, they'll probably get put in the Eastern time zone.
Do they want to become a state?
Yes.
They do?
a good
Yes.
chunk of them do. It depends on who you ask.
How many
but
states
yeah.
would we be at if we had all the
51.
territories? If we had
Well-
every territory in the U.S., what would that put us at?
I don't know.
state-wise?
Maybe Nick will pop in. Let us know. Graham saying our clocks go forward Sunday, March 27th. So see, there you go. Then you'll be on. Gorilla Debus saying there's a different web shop to TRC Europe carrying PNS at the moment. Epic isn't listed at TRC Europe right now. That's very interesting. There you go. Cynthia English, hola Umberto, first from Puerto Rico.
I think it's
hey.
funny when you go, Levi. When you say "there you go,"
There you
because
go.
it's your way of transitioning. So you're like, oh, interesting. There you go. Moving on.
Moving on.
Cynthia, says there you go, and move.
Here we go.
Transition.
Yeah,
Transition.
That's how we do it. Transition smooth.
All right, Super
I do the
Chevy.
same thing.
I heard through the grapevine that Amazon watered down car products. What?
Well, I will tell you, Super
What?
Chevy, that if you are buying products on Amazon and they are fulfilled by merchant but sold through the rag company,
Or if they're fulfilled
Or
by
fulfilled
the,
by Amazon.
Yeah.
there's
sold by the rag
so-
company, they're not watered down.
Because of the exact same products that we have
No,
here.
but I can guarantee you, if you're buying from the rag company on Amazon,
yes.
they are not watered down.
No.
Why? Because
Yeah.
our team rebags every single product in
Literally,
there
like,
next door.
every single one.
They throw a safety bag on. They make sure
Seal,
that it
there's
doesn't
seals,
leak. They
there's
make sure the
everything.
seals are tight. They double check everything before it goes out. So
We do way more compliance stuff than most people
we have
do.
to do that stuff to
Just
even
to make sure
sell
it's
it on
bad.
Amazon.
Well, so what I would tell Super Chevy here, look at who's selling the product that you're wanting to buy.
Exactly.
There's a lot of bottom
little buy
dweller sellers on Amazon
Nice
who
run.
do in fact sell probably less than great products or sketchy products. Products maybe that have been opened already.
There's definitely stuff out there.
We see it happen a lot, and reason why I call them bottom dwellers is because it's people that see maybe a product of interest and they say, "Well, I'm just going to start drop shipping or buying." What they'll do
You
is
just piggyback off the popularity.
they sell a product that they buy offline somewhere else and then
Yeah.
sell it to you and make pennies on the dollar. So they don't make any money, but they do it because enough order volume, they might make it.
It's
make
the
some
kind
money.
of thing where like work from home gurus will sell like
So-
retail arbitrage stuff at a hotel lobby and like shill that.
And so with what I'm saying, that you don't know what you're really getting at that point because it's obviously not somebody that has any type of background or history to their selling. So look how long they've been a seller. Look at their reviews before purchasing anything. But that's why we can't stress enough to try to buy it from resellers that have the backing from the actual manufacturer, whether it's us selling PNS products, us selling Kosh Chemi products, G-Technic, the list goes on. It's just that's where try to buy it from a reputable source. That's
Well,
the best I can
here's
say.
an easy way you can do that. If you like a product that we sell on our site, but you'd rather buy it from Amazon, say, for example, you're going to get some other stuff on Amazon too, you can go to our website, look for the product you like, and then it also says also available on Amazon. And when you look at the product, but you click on the also available on Amazon, it'll take you directly to the Amazon link that we are actually in charge of, and you'll know you're getting the right thing. And then you can add it to your Amazon card and throw whatever else you want in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ron says St. Patrick's Day tip: clean your toilet now in case you maybe face down in
Thoughtful,
it
Ron.
later. Ron,
Way to
that is
go.
it's actually a great tip.
Good looking
That's
out.
a good one.
Are you gonna have a drink tonight, Dane?
I don't know.
I don't
don't
think
know.
I will. I'm thinking about going
It's been
to
a
the
few
gym
years
tonight.
since I had like a real St. Patty's downtown kind
Dude,
of.
I haven't had an actual St. Patty's Day downtown, or like just a St. Patty's Day celebration in a long time. But watching It's Always Sunny makes me want to experience
Feels like that,
something
right?
like
Yeah.
that, right? Like I want to have something fun.
Yeah.
We don't have a Patty's pub here though.
Yeah.
We don't.
No.
We had a Mac and Charlie's.
That's true.
It was called Mac and Charlie's.
Dead pedal.
Just call it an Idaho Sloppy Joe.
Oh, back to that.
Kimberly M. Scene says mucky and rain.
I felt
rain.
Yeah. And then Hans says Sahara sand can be washed off wilt TFR. We have that sand mess here also up in the Netherlands.
Back with the traffic film remover again, Hans. Why do you keep doing that?
Ken Bergman, I use a Camco inline water filter in my garden hose. Any idea on average how many gallons of water does a car wash using a power washer and a 2-bucket method use?
That's
Depends on the person.
A lot of variables there.
Depends on the person. Depends on how much water you have coming out of your tap.
Yeah.
The pressure is different for everybody. Like, they have to measure that stuff.
So the Camco inline water filter is not, technically a full deionizing system, right? And I'm sure you probably know that, but
It's a partway solution.
You can use. I don't know. I probably would say with the buckets themselves and probably rinsing and in a pressure washer, because a pressure washer you're using less water than what you think you are. It's just how equally dispersed the water is. I don't know. What would you say? 15 gallons?
Yeah, possibly.
Probably,
that sounds about right.
Probably 15 gallons sounds about right.
And I have a little inline water filter on my pressure washer.
You always talk about
from the garden hose into the pressure washer.
Yeah.
And that's just to stop the heavy minerals.
It's not the end-all be-all, but it does help.
It's mostly just to get all the sand out of my city water.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You talk about how it gets gritty.
Boise City has so much grit in their water. So much grit. It's just gravel most of the time.
Well,
Andre, Alaskan blowout sounds like something you get after a soupy sloppy Joe.
Yeah.
this whole conversation is
Juan
just
in the morning says, I get
disgusting.
my rag bag Tuesday. I'm excited. Hopefully the packing team were nice to me. Much love to them.
Heck yeah.
Very
Warren.
nice. And then G. Davis, it warmed my heart to hear that Nate will be accompanying Luke Berge to a meet and greet at the Express Cafe and also Amish speed dating in Nampa.
The speed is because of Nate's.
What we need to do is
LS swapped S10.
have Nate give Luke a couple little smoky burnouts in his S10.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, yeah. He would love that.
Hans says, G. Davis, I heard the IROC lady will be there too. Great, everybody at TR SEMA.
Oh, dear.
Kirby Thompson says, New England refers to the historical original states populated by those that fled England.
There you go.
Grant says, I love you, Anthony.
Well,
Have you guys tried the OG Dryinate? According to Matt, it is superior to Beadmaker.
So, Josh, I have not tried. No, I have not tried it.
We can get it
And
anytime.
I'm sure I could order some in and give it a try. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to
We
try it for myself.
we never had any issues with Beadmaker, so why would we need to find another Dryinate when we've
We
got
love
Dreammaker,
so
we've
much.
got OptiSeal, we've got some of the best Dryinades on the market. Period.
I think a
Now,
big part of it is
you got to
what are you
remember
looking
temperature's different too. For Matt, he would run into certain things with Florida, but he loved Beadmaker.
Yeah.
That's all. He's trying to move towards creating another version of his own line of his OG brand. Totally fine. Go for it.
Yeah. Some better for the humidity. All right. We've got Phil Bloomer, first from Puerto Rico. Sorry for the delay in replying. I was talking to a customer. Oh, we're having a side chat here going on. Darren Lee, thanks, fellas, for the advice. Happy St. Patty's Day. And same to you, Darren. Kimberly?
Dreamy bead is what she's saying. Mix them together. G. Davis, I don't want to discourage people from experimenting, which was Dane to the massage chair repair technician. Dane doesn't ever want to discourage people from experimenting. He doesn't want to be the guy that's standing in the way.
Oh, great.
Man, the hair in Anthony's 2K Clear is left over from my family after Rapid Rose. Neil,
How did
happy
this
St.
devolve
Patty's
so
Day.
far?
Drink some green beer.
Puts the razor on the skin.
G. Davis says, I can feel the Honda trunk scratches when I run my calf against it, so I'm assuming it's not too deep.
Okay. Find yourself up there a lot,
should be
do you?
good. Should be good. Kirby says,
Oh,
Toyota had
right,
the
yeah.
sticky dash problem. Darren, any good PPF recommendations out there? Can't go wrong with XBell. Some of the 3M stuff's good. Avery Dennison's got a new one out.
S-Tech.
S-Tech, Steck, as some people call it. Steck's probably your best, nicest stuff out
Well,
there.
so I was talking.
Most
So
clear.
I was talking to a couple different people, getting their thoughts. I think Expel Ultimate. A lot of people really like Expel Ultimate. I think it's considered one of
it's
the best
popular.
out there. It's
I think
very
it's like
good.
the top level.
It's like top level. It's really
Kind of the
good.
standard.
I think that I like the look of the Steck film the most personally. And I know it's like very marginal, it's very small differences.
But you're incredibly picky, so that kind of
But
says
I think
a lot.
I think the Steck film looks more like paint to me. It looks more like clear, like actual clear. So
Not
when I
something
see it,
more
I go,
artificial.
"Ooh, that doesn't look artificial. That looks like there's nothing on it."
Yeah.
But I think Expel just has better probably properties to it. Maybe better adhesive. Maybe it's got better. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not a PPF installer. I just know what people tell me, and I think those two are some of the best. Some people say they don't like the 3M stuff though.
Yeah.
And I don't have that much experience.
Well, and Avery's got a new PPF coming out. We're actually going to be hosting a PPF training.
Are we?
Here towards the end of April.
Could I possibly sign up for that?
You could.
Would I get a free roll of PPF if
You
I
would
did?
get a free roll of PPF as well as all the tools if you sign up for it.
I'm going to sign up.
End of April, go to
Can I take it for free? Do I have to pay for it?
80graphics.com.
Do I have to pay for it?
Well, we'll see. You can probably just come and go as you please in the
Okay.
class. We've already signed up an employee for the class.
Oh, Josh?
Nope.
Not-
He asked for it.
Oh, you?
Nope.
Somebody, another employee?
Yes, but not really an employee.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
Someone that we
Yes,
have
we're
a belief in that we're going to help out
Yeah, I
in
gotcha.
a way, shape, or form. So
Nick.
EAAs are greater than BCAAs.
Well, what do you think, Anthony?
No. Moving on.
Cynthia says, would you guys recommend anything for tires that continue to bloom despite repeated scrubbing and cleaning? You could try PNS's Undressed product, or you could use just straight Power Clean on your tires. Optimum Power Clean straight works really well. The problem with blooming on tires is a lot of people, when they first do a deep clean of the rubber, they don't realize how much of that blooming actually is in there, how much dirt and grime and hydrocarbons and everything that are stuck in that rubber. So pulling that out may take 3-4 washes. Like I had one of my spare on the Suburban. It was browned because I hadn't replaced it in over a year. I hadn't cleaned it.
Yeah.
So the tire had started to brown and had some blooming. So I need to get in it and wash it and clean it. And so a lot of people just don't realize it. I didn't realize how much I've actually washed my tires in a year. Like how much I've actually cleaned them, even though I'm not really cleaning them, how much they've been cleaned compared to one that hasn't been touched.
Well, I think that sometimes, you just don't realize how dirty they are, right? Because you keep masking it with more
This
dressings.
was just sitting in my garage for a year.
Well, yeah, but sometimes you just keep masking it with dressings. You just don't realize how much stuff it accumulates, and then you go to clean it, and you go, "Oh my God, it just keeps the gift that keeps on giving."
Right. Yep.
But I don't know, like Power Clean straight is crazy on tires. Be careful though. I'm just saying it's crazy on tires.
It's pretty crazy.
And then Green Star straight, pretty crazy on tires. But I really do like the Adams tire and rubber cleaner. I also like the McKee's tire cleaner.
Yeah.
I'm saying which we sell these other two APCs that are fantastic for this purpose, but I wish we had a dedicated tire cleaner in our line. That would be pretty cool.
Some
I
people
think.
gravitate towards
Because
stuff that's
Undressed,
for a
right, from
specific-
PNS, is technically a dedicated tire cleaner. But I think the reaction of that, what you look for within that, like I think it's like caustic soda or something that they have inside it that causes it to like really bloom out or whatever it is. That always just looks really cool. Makes you
It's
feel like
satisfying.
makes you feel like getting a deeper clean. But Undressed would be, I guess, I'm sorry, it is a dedicated tire cleaner that removes old dressing easily.
Yeah, there you go. Rocky Iverson saying Helix BCCA New Breed Nutrition.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, so the thing is with amino acids, I took drink combinations with multiple. It'd be like a BCAA drink is what it would be. And
Yeah.
it would be flavored or whatever. And back when I was working at bodybuilding, that was what everybody always had amino acids on them. Every desk you would see in the corporate offices, everybody has a big old tub, and you could just walk up to somebody's desk and be like, "Hi, can I try this? Can I try this flavor?" And they had all sorts of different cool flavors that were fun. Everybody had pre-workout too, so we all had a lot of different options there. I would say probably some of the most popular amino acids would be probably like Optimum Nutrition. They made a lot. Then I think that Muscle Farm at the time, before it was like, kind of less sketch. They had some good stuff at the time too. And Extend was the original amino acid drink, and Extend was very sour. It was very bitter, right? Amino acids themselves are very bitter and just naturally, and so but they were delicious. And Extend was what are we doing?
Someone jumped into our AirPlay passcode.
No.
That's interesting. Okay, it's still available on this screen over here. I don't know what you're doing to my screen, but
there we go.
There we go.
All right, so Sean Prinz, wash and rinse bucket for wheels overkill. Do you use a grit guard in your wheel wash bucket? Thank you, Team TRC.
All right. Next up, I've got Kimberly here.
Should I test my new IK sprayer on my neighbor's car since he always parks his dirty car in front of my house? Sure, go for it.
There you go. Just
Sounds great.
Hope that he doesn't.
Picture of that there.
And then Umberto, thanks for the tips, Levi. The crazy thing is, he also has a 2010. Besides that, 2004, and both suffer from the same. He keeps both tinted windows and windshields with UV Ultra Guard and garage capped. There you go, man. Rocky says, no daylight savings in Hawaii, too. You're right, Levi. You folks are an hour earlier. The Last Band, and hey, guys, give us an Irish song. After washing with O&R, do you dry off before applying a wax or sealant? The Last Bandit.
There we go.
And have you tried Built Hamber products? Yes, we've tried some the Built Hambers. And then do you wash with O&R, do you dry before applying a wax? If it's a spray-on sealant, usually not. We usually just go right over the top of the O&R with the sealant or the wax and then dry it together all at once. Han says, TFR is huge in the UK. Keep a lookout on it at Waxstock.
Don't worry, I won't.
Don says, don't you wish? Recently, when finished polishing a Toyota magnetic gray metallic, I found it difficult to visually judge clarity. Just me, or is the glare from the metallic always difficult? Glare from the metallic. Yeah, a lot of people have that. That's usually why you try and put it inside a building or something. That way you don't have to worry about it so much. So,
all right. Sorry, just very distracted by the side monitor. I don't know what's
one of our
going on
monitors
on
is
that
going
one.
crazy.
It's
So
weird
that's been
because they're
something.
both
Somebody
linked
is,
up
like,
to the same
hacked
thing, but
into our
somebody has
monitors.
messed with our.
Remember back in the day when we
monitor.
would do this show and Maki's cell
Yeah.
phone would kick on and start playing YouTube
Yeah.
videos on here? That was always my favorite. We never knew what Maki was going to watch.
So on Magella TV, there's a Luck of the Irish marathon
Oh.
streaming.
Very nice. A pot of gold
today.
and tough love. All right.
And we have FYI, Mazda paint is extremely thin. A paint depth gauge is a must to have.
There you go.
Right.
Thank you, Ron.
GD.
Would ceramic coating be an alternative to PPF and freshly cleaned up headlights? Yeah, it would. It's just not going to last as long. So it's an easy option for a lot of folks, and that's what I do for customers when I redo their headlights. I just put a ceramic coating on it and call it good. They're probably going to be back in a year anyway. But for your own, or if you want to actually build a package where you can sell it to a customer, it's something you want to do, I'd recommend buying a shorter roll, like a short, maybe a 36-inch roll or 24-inch roll of PPF, a certain amount of feet. You can order them and then use that, cut off of that, and then you'll have PPF to work with.
The whole appeal of the PPF is that when you pull it off, you have a fresh, clean slate. Whereas if you have a ceramic coating on there, you got to make sure you remove it and you go through. It's just it's a much cleaner slate
not only that,
if you got the PPF.
If you put the PPF on, you, like Anthony says, you suffocate. You don't allow oxygen to start oxidizing the surface of the plastic again.
It's going to last longer.
It's going to last a lot longer. It'll look a lot better.
Yeah.
Nick Stessman with fighting words.
Says branched chain amino acids are not as complete as essential amino acid supplements because they only represent 3 out of the 8 essential amino acids, whereas EAAs have all 8 essential amino acids.
Work up, bro, fight.
So I think that
And his next thing is both are kind of gimmicky in my opinion, but to each their own.
Well, I think the essential amino acids, I think that you get a lot of the essentials throughout, like a lot of nutrition, right? For example, whereas I think the branched chain amino acids, right, which are mostly like protein block building amino acids, I think that's something that you get probably less of because not a lot of people eat a lot of meat, for example. And so like creatine, right? So creatine and all of that, which is also amino acid, but it's people supplement oftentimes. But glutamine would probably be the most important, would be the one thing that make you feel less sore out of all of the amino acids.
So I've got a question. So I've been doing my own run of essential amino acids.
Okay.
After I work out.
Yeah.
Usually consists of what I like to refer to as a creamy. It's a banana flavored popsicle.
Okay, so that's not.
And then I stack it.
say.
I stack it with a ice cream sandwich, a Baskin Robbins ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
Now, those have amino acids in them, I assume. At least that's what the grocers told me.
Okay.
How does that help me build muscle?
So let me pull that up for you right now. So according to my studies, it doesn't help you build muscle at all whatsoever. But let me go and pull
Then what
up.
do I do with this?
So that right there, you're
What's
just
that?
going to need
Where'd
to
that
do.
come from?
So here we go, right? So here's some essential amino acids, right? So basically, which is funny because the 10 essential amino acids here needed for the body. Looks like you have histidine, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, threonine, tryptophan, and valine.
So we could eat some turkey.
Is there any havaline in there?
So in the branched chain amino acids, most of those, right, are going to contain your leucine, your isoleucine, and your valine, right? So you're going to get those, right? So then you have your other, I guess, essential amino acids that you're missing out on, right?
havaline.
So like tryptophan, right, is in what?
Turkey.
Yeah, right? So
delicious
can you get that through food?
I had that
Do you,
too.
do you get tired through eating turkey?
Yeah.
Then there you go, right there. So phenylalanine,
Lysine's in your ice cream.
Phenylalanine. There is a lot of people who would supplement that back in the day because they felt like that was a harder thing. But when you overdo it on the phenylalanine,
I feel like we're talking about Paul Allen.
Not Paul Allen, but I'm trying to think what
Where is he
supplement that
today, by the
was.
way?
Phenylalanine. I can't remember. It was like phenylalanine and yohimbe. You take the two together.
I remember the yohimbe. You get that when you drank those old Sobeys back in the day.
So yohimbe and phenylalanine would
yohimbe
give you like a nice, good mental boost.
Yeah, I
is
don't
what it
remember
would
if it
do.
would do that, but
I can't remember what the heck that
I remember
combination
enjoying
was.
those.
So based on what I'm saying, about half the people who are watching care about this conversation. But that's fun.
Summer of 1998, I drank a lot of Sobeys. I'll tell you that. Working at the car wash, drinking Sobeys.
So I don't know.
all right.
I mean,
Man.
you can. I mean, I
Hans
just
says
think
we're skipping a lot of the comments.
We literally only
Hans,
skipped
I skipped one comment, and it was your comment. I skipped it.
I did
it.
He skipped
I did it. Hans says, "What? No great Dane at Waxstock? That's a bummer. No, Dane's going to Waxstock.
When
He'll
I
be
said
there."
I won't, I was referring to I have no interest in traffic fill remover. I would not be paying attention to
the
traffic
three of us
fill
will be at
remover.
Waxstock. That is confirmed. So this summer, those of you guys that want to go to Waxstock, come see us. Coventry, weekend of June 4th, 5th, June 4th, Waxstock. We're going to be there. All three of us. So you can come say hi, come hang out with us. We appreciate it. We're excited to see everybody down there. G. Davis, any updates on summer travel? I need to get away from my family. Yeah, come see us at Waxstock, dude. You got to fly to the UK. That's the only problem.
I mean, you're already next to the Atlantic, basically, so now you just got to cross it.
Yeah. August, possibly Monterey. We're not really sure yet.
Yeah.
But we are planning a Utah trip this year. And then September,
Imagine the jokes Jake
September,
would make
me
there.
and Dane and the rest of the team, except for Anthony, we're going to be going to Automechanica in Germany.
Yeah, if you want to join us in
Spending
Germany.
a time there. So it'll be a good time there.
Sure, I need to get my passport.
Yeah, before we go to the UK.
you should
got to do
do
that,
that.
like probably next week.
Yeah.
So
Start it.
I am going to do that next week. So
get the
Gabe
ball
has
rolling.
offered to drive both me and John
Yeah, I'm very proud of
down
him
to
for that.
BSU to get that started
Yeah.
because he's like,
He's
I
gonna
know
give you a
this-
tour of the campus,
Well, he kept
too.
telling us that there's like this secret back door. He's
Yeah.
like, there's a secret back door you have to go through.
Yeah.
You'll get your thing in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've been
And I'm
there.
When
like,
people say
It's-
that,
they
you
did it to
probably
me. That's where I
should
did it.
follow.
Is it, and you got it in 2 weeks?
Uh-huh.
So that's where I believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
But he's
It's
just
literally,
driving-
you feel like you're walking into. It's not even. It doesn't even say it's like a passport spot.
Yeah.
You feel like you're
walking
going into
some-
like
you're
where
walking
kids
into
get
some-
like
no,
fake IDs
no,
or
no,
something.
I
you're
think
not-
it
it's not
is
even
a fake
that.
IDs. It's
No.
a college fake ID
You guys,
situation.
it's not even that. It feels like you're walking into some teacher's office there,
Oh.
like some professor's office, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm here for my passport." And like, there's a student that's far younger than myself that would goes, "Yeah, so right this way," and then they take you to another desk, and then it's a random desk, and they're just like. Okay, they fill out some stuff and they go, "You got everything?" And you go, "Yeah, here's
Like,
all my
yeah,
stuff."
all I need is your social
And they
security
go,
stuff. And
no,
I'm
and
like,
they go,
I'm just
"Cool."
going to give that to you.
And then they ask for
person
payment.
in this office with no marking.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And then they're done. And you're like, I don't feel like this is a real place.
It's just an identity theft middleman
Oh, it's
operating to
so
take your
sketch.
info and then
But
give
it's
you
on
something on your way
University
out.
campus.
I would like it would just be hilarious if they're like, instead of being like, yeah, well, it'll get mailed to you, they just say, here you go. And you go,
awesome.
you can't just give me this thing.
Why'd you squint when you said
Yeah.
that as you handed it to me?
No,
it felt
it's
kind
funny.
of...
Here you go.
I've been there. It's weird. It's
don't
very
like
strange.
So we'll have so Gabe will be taking us on this field trip to get to that. Moving on here, G Davis says, I need an Anthony any more than you do about now. Honestly, G, a lot of this information is stored deep in my brain, and I have to like think about it and summon it for it to happen.
Yeah.
I have repressed a lot of memories from my
a lot of hate.
bodybuilding days.
Maybe those are buried for a reason. Who
I think
knows?
they might be buried for a reason.
Jimmy Moto says, got here late. Did we get a super chat going for some Irish whiskey fun rolling yet?
I wish.
That'd be good. Han says, I heard Luke has an Eagle blanket and truck bed with your name on it, G. Davis.
Wow.
And then Rocky says, Anthony, also eating eggs is a great way of getting BCAAs. I think that's right.
I think you probably
Can't go
get
wrong
a few. I
eating
think you
eggs.
probably get a
Yeah.
few
Eggs are
inside
great.
there. I think it's also got some good fats in it.
Yeah. Well, our friend that loves
Easy
fitness,
source. What's
he
that?
eats a lot of eggs and a lot of tuna fish.
Yeah.
He puts it in a Ziploc bag.
It's just no, I know it's really gross.
And he has a lot of
Gross.
hard-boiled eggs.
a
And
lot of hard-boiled
tuna.
eggs.
Is the tuna in a bag too?
Yep, it's also in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, and he just
No.
takes a
Delicious
fork
lunch.
and like forks it out.
Is
of
it like
the-
room temperature?
Sometimes.
That
Yeah.
seems.
Sometimes it's in a little hard side cooler.
That seems.
Yeah, no, you don't have to eat like that. I knew a guy, right? And when I worked at bodybuilding, I was actually talking to one of my friends about
Oh,
this
here
the
I
other
thought it
day.
was gonna be Christian Bale.
His name was Wes.
Yeah.
Right? We called him Broccoli Wes.
Oh,
This guy ate an entire Costco bag of broccoli
Every day.
every day.
was that his only meal?
No, he had other food, right? But what was funny is that he first started doing this when we were in a previous building.
Okay.
It was that we had a small kind of call center size building for a while that we had. It was our transitioning building before we got to our fancy new corporate headquarters. And we always knew Wes was in there because he would microwave the broccoli. And we'd be like, dude, he's microwaving broccoli again. And the bag kept getting bigger and bigger, right?
Yeah.
It started
Like
with
it was a dare?
It
I'm
was
a big fan. So in my shop, that's what I used to do. I used to have a bunch of the freezer bags of broccoli,
Yeah.
little kosher salt, and a couple sticks of butter. And what I do is
No
I
kosher
would
salt, no
steam
butter.
it. I'd cut a little, like a tablespoon of butter,
Yeah.
throw it in the bag, sprinkle some kosher salt on there, shake it up,
That's great.
Yeah.
and
Love
then I just
broccoli.
sit there and I would eat
Yeah, no.
broccoli with kosher salt and some butter.
I prefer to dip it in a little
So the
ranch,
bag
but-
started small.
Okay.
And what he would do is he would microwave them, empty out all the water, right, and throw it into a small Tupperware bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he would take sriracha and go and douse all the broccoli in sriracha sauce.
Yeah.
So at first we're like, okay, whatever,
Wanted to
not
go to
that
Flavor Town.
big of a deal,
Yeah.
right? But then the smell started really coming through, right?
Yeah. What's sriracha and broccoli?
Like on him as a person, right?
Oh.
So the sriracha, which is chili and garlic, right? And
Anthony, you
sugar
are
and
what you eat.
and I think a little bit of thickener or whatever the heck's in it. It started to come through his pores, right? So
Yeah.
you would smell the garlic come through on his skin. So it kind of started to smell like garlic all the time. Then we moved to this new building, and the bags of broccoli continued to get bigger, right? Because he had more space now and more areas to microwave, right? Because we had multiple break rooms. So he didn't feel bad if he bombed a break room with broccoli. So the Tupperware started getting larger.
Okay.
Full bowls, rounded
Yeah.
at the top.
Yeah.
Because he was going through these giant Costco bags, right?
Yeah.
He would put the broccoli in, pour a little bit of water in there, and microwave it for 10 minutes. Pull it out, pour the water out, douse it in sriracha, and eat that entire bag of broccoli. Keep in mind, he was also eating some other things.
Okay,
But
so
for
it
the
wasn't
most
just
part,
that.
it was like he might have like a protein shake, but he just loved this broccoli. His skin tone started changing,
Oh no!
Started turning green.
started turning yellow.
What?
Whoa.
Yes, this is some.
Started
this
getting
is-
jaundice?
This is some real crap, dude. I'm not
What?
messing with you. So we noticed it because at first, right, he was just a kind of a paler
started
guy,
turning Simpsons colors.
and we started noticing, like, dude, is he kind of like yellow to you? Like, is he kind of looking like he's like
Yeah.
his skin's turning a color? And people started noticing around the office, and we're like, holy crap, dude, you're right. His skin color is turning yellow, right? And we weren't sure, like, it can't be because of the broccoli, right? Is he eating carrots? Like, what's it being? It was absolutely because of the broccoli, right? When you eat that much broccoli every single day, it's got to be like something. Like, there's like photosynthesis happening within your body or something like that. I don't know what the heck's going on, but it was insane. So his broccoli,
chlorophyll.
I was gonna say, insert the word chlorophyll.
So his skin started turning yellow, and that was just his new coloring that he had as a person, and nobody could ever figure it out. Nice guy, really quiet,
Broccoli
good
West.
manners. It just we called him Broccoli West because it was broccoli and sriracha every single day.
Wow.
And you'd think you'd get sick of it.
Never
Didn't.
happened.
Amazing.
I don't know if I'd call
What
it amazing.
What a specimen!
Rocky
All right.
Iverson,
Whoa.
$9.99.
Hey,
Super
thank
chat.
you.
Dropping some
Very
bombs.
kind.
Thank you, Rocky says, thanks, guys. Make you guys work all over the map.
We are all over
G.
the
Davis
map
says,
today.
wasn't Yohimbi the gorilla that got killed in the zoo?
Yeah.
Bombay.
So it's Yohim Bean. It's a Yohim Bean, Yohim Bean. So it's with an N, but yeah, you can call it Yohim Bean.
G. Davis, Dane has a secret backdoor OB Blu-ray.
No.
Oh man.
Graham Marshall, leaving it to the last minute. I picked up my last passport on the way to the airport to go on
Ooh.
holiday.
Holy smokes.
Enjoy it.
that's
Yeah, there you
fast.
go, Anthony.
That is fast.
Jimmy Moto, $20.
Oh, come on.
Real-time tech support during these podcasts is well worth the occasional super chat. Jimmy, thank you.
Jimmy.
We appreciate
We
it.
appreciate that very much.
Thank you.
He says Broccoli West is best friends with Asparagus Andy.
Yeah. No,
So,
You do not want to be in the office of both those characters.
My children, I wanted to talk about, we got a few minutes. We're pretty much almost
Yeah.
caught up here. So, my children created leprechaun traps
Oh.
Ooh.
this weekend.
Yeah.
They've been working on them for
Okay.
about 5 days.
So they're expecting to catch
days.
something tonight.
They were, no, last night.
last
They
night.
were ready to catch, ready to get going.
Yeah.
Now,
Did Augie's include a sledgehammer and rocks?
no.
I feel like
so,
they're going to be violent.
So Hadley's was a come on in. What you don't know is that the floor is made of a very sticky adhesive and will capture you,
Okay.
so you won't be able to leave.
Yeah.
So she had hoped that by the time her leprechaun made it to the sofa that she had put inside there, that he would be stuck. So he'd have to hang out with the chocolate coins to
Okay.
maybe find he could eat those. That was her goal in capturing this leprechaun that has tormented my children since their birth.
Wow. That
His
long.
name's Seamus. So
Seamus, of course.
August proposed another idea.
Okay.
I'll build a tall trap by which Seamus will then walk up it, find the gold on top, and as he careens across the top of the building to get to the gold, he will then find that the floor is actually false.
Oh,
And
gee.
he will fall into the box and onto a sticky board where he also will be stuck. Originally, he had planned to put flypaper in
Yeah.
so that he would be stuck in the flypaper
Yeah.
and wouldn't be able to get out.
Yeah.
Suspended, so to speak.
Okay. It's rather elaborate, but
The goal, my children believe, is that if they can catch this leprechaun, they'll be provided with wishes, and the leprechaun has to tell you where he hid his gold. So, I told Augie that his trap is very reminiscent of a tiger trap, and I wasn't really sure how it would work, but he said it's gonna trick him. I got it.
okay.
So, this morning, my children woke up to a letter from Seamus,
Oh, okay.
and Seamus had proceeded to use our toilet.
Okay.
He had gone to the bathroom in it.
Oh.
Okay.
He also had gotten out of both their traps.
Dang it.
Had foiled both their traps. Augie's had all the candy taken out of it.
Yeah.
Hadley's, he had made a bridge out of popsicles or out of pretzel sticks
Okay.
as a little bridge to get across the sticky floor. Augie's, he found a ladder Augie had made out of pretzels. Used that, hook a pipe cleaner, made a rope so he could climb in, steal all the candy, and come back out.
What an
He
industrious
then
little
proceeded to
fellow.
leave candy at my kids' doors, in front of their rooms. Now, Seamus wrote this letter, and my kids read it to me this morning. Said, Dear Hadley and Augie, wow, such traps this year. While I think they are lovely and such, I alas cannot stay. My humblest apologies to you, grand designers of ingenious traps. Truly, they are the hardest to get out of in all I have seen or been in.
Oh, wow.
I promise you both good luck this year, on the condition that you're nice to each other and kind to others. August, I know you are worried about losing your luck when you turn 8, but you won't, for I'll help you time to time when you're not looking. And Miss Hadley, happy birthday this week. I hope it's fun for you, and I have left you each a share of me gold to enjoy. Your friend, Seamus.
Wow, that was a very good
Happy St.
Irish,
Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
Irish
So
rating
he
there.
wrote this letter, left it for him.
Oh dear. That's
And,
wow, what
uh,
a signature too.
He also left gold coins all over our house,
Oh, wow.
randomly placed throughout the house.
Wow, they'd
Okay.
say they had to find them. It was like
They had
a
to find them.
hunt.
We were sitting at breakfast, and all of a sudden, I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's some right here in front of us."
So for real, Og thinks he's going to lose his luck when he stops.
He
being
does.
7.
Yeah, he's terrified of it.
Huh.
He's terrified
He just
on
thinks the
April
number
28th.
has everything to do with it.
Well, he's been very lucky this year.
Wow.
What if it's true? In the rest of his life, he's just unlucky.
I really hope not. I really hope not.
Poor guy.
Boy.
Yeah, I hope not.
Well, if it does happen, you can just explain that for every time you stab the couch, you get a year of bad luck.
Yeah. So, G. Davis says stabbing a leprechaun is not illegal in Idaho. G. Davis says Seamus, a.k.a. Hans Klosen. Joey Belinsky, are you sure it wasn't Broccoli West who used the bathroom,
Oh, no.
right? And then G. Davis says this Seamus from San Diego. Seamus rhymes like Big Sneaky Davis, says Hans. And then G. Davis says, you just guaranteed Dane will never have children. And no, it is something though we've done every year since they were old enough. I think Hadley was probably 2 when I started doing this. And we would build a leprechaun trap. We would spend the night, just kind of night before St. Patrick's Day, making a box and figuring it out. And each year, they've come up with better and better designs. You know,
Okay.
when she was 2, it was just, let's trap a leprechaun. And then she'd
Yeah.
get gold coins in the morning. That was something fun.
So that's
for
when you
her.
started them, is around 2.
Yeah, and then I've got a few videos of them like checking the traps and them being so excited and surprised because it's just something fun to do.
Yeah.
But it's surprising Augie's ingenuity that he comes up with in building these traps. I think that's probably the funnest thing to see is watching this creativity all of a sudden pop out where he's like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm
Wow.
going to do this.
I think you should pay
So-
close attention to what motivates that guy because some of it's a little concerning.
It's pretty fun, but it's also very scary, Dane. It's frightening to see. But it's something, Anthony, you might try with yours next year.
Yeah.
So you could see and see if she wants
She'll
to
only
get
be
excited.
1.5, though.
That's all right. You could probably do something. Maybe
Yeah.
next year.
That's true.
The year after that, I guess, would be
Yeah.
a good start. But it's something fun to do. So,
Yeah.
anyways, we
Through
have a good
all
time
of
with it.
this, nobody else has introduced any new detailing questions. Today's message has been a slow
It's
day.
St. Patrick's Day. Everybody's
guess
already
everybody's
left
just
for
busy.
work.
They're
left
off.
work
Everybody
and
got
they're
off early
drinking.
today, right?
Yeah.
Are we
already
not getting off
drinking.
early day here at the Rad Company?
Nope, we're not.
I mean, I think we should answer any more detailing questions, but you guys,
No,
you got a
I
time
think-
limit now. If there's any going to pop in at the last
I think
minute,
we just need to
ask,
want
they
to
don't
hurry
have
this
to
up.
ask
Have to.
detailing questions.
As we've learned,
like, I want to know
If a
what do you
stream
guys
is
what do you
already
guys do
quiet,
tonight
it's
for
time to
St.
just
Patrick's
go.
Day?
there we go. Dino says, I just joined What's with the Green. It's St. Patrick's Day, Dino.
Yeah.
perhaps Dino doesn't have that. where
So,
he's at.
what about you guys watching the Boondock Saints tonight?
I don't usually watch that
Yeah.
on St. Patrick's Day.
No?
No,
you
we
just
usually
don't like it?
My wife and I really like watching.
Dane, you don't like Boondock Saints?
We're not having this conversation.
It's a pretty
yet.
iconic movie.
Pretty mid to me.
I love that. It
very
is a great
iconic.
movie. It's probably one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah.
People who love Irish stuff say that, but I
Yeah.
mean,
Anthony and I both.
it's just kind of
I
whatever.
love that movie.
Boondock Saints, man.
I think it's a great movie. A visionary
Funny.
director.
It's not bad. I have nothing
director
bad
is
to say
great,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I
But
just have nothing
Dane
particularly
doesn't like
notable or
William
positive
Dafoe,
to say about
so
it.
it's
Wait,
for Willem
Dane doesn't
Dafoe.
like a lot of things.
Yeah.
Just because I have a
says-
particular set of standards I operate.
So you don't
with.
like Willem Dafoe though as his
I
character?
love Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe
was
is
there
amazing.
something wrong
awesome.
with his character in the movie that you didn't like about it?
No, it's just a movie as a whole. Like it always left me feeling just, that was a movie. Yeah, but when it's over, it's just like
it wasn't
okay.
this. You didn't like the soundtrack. You didn't like.
I would
the
sooner
way-
watch The Departed than Boondock
flashbacks.
Saints. I'd rather watch, or maybe the original version, Infernal Affairs, but that's another thing.
Why would
Anyway,
you watch that though? It's not about St. Patrick's Day.
well, yeah, but I'm just saying
Yeah,
the
we're
other
trying to
first
bring up,
movie
what
that
other
comes to
St.
mind.
Patrick's Day themed movies are there? That
One
you
of my
watch?
favorites is Waking Ned Divine.
Well,
Hilarious
the
movie.
Leprechaun
Yep.
movies are terrible.
Brian LeBlanc, you're right. Dropkick Murphy's live stream concert. That's
There you
usually
go.
what is playing
Yeah.
at my house.
Yeah.
The last few years, specifically with COVID, is live streaming the concert on the TV. Dane prefers Willem to Friend. And then Jimmy Moto says Rupes Uno Pure with a white Rupes pad was still marring a black Silverado today, even with a short cycle time. Any advice? Oh man, that is so hard. I am so sorry you had to deal with that. Could you try something like less pure, more water?
Yeah, maybe try to do like a spritz of water onto the pad or O&R on the pad to see if you can try to soften it up just a little bit.
Yeah.
And just make sure there's no dry spots on the pad, right? Make sure check how clean the pad is.
Yeah. Sure the
If you have a pad washer, Jimmy, that's amazing. If you don't have a pad washer, give the pad a quick wet clean, meaning go clean underneath the sink, get it all wrung out, spin it dry, or spin it close to dry to where it's somewhat damp and soft. And cool, and then throw on a little bit more Uno Pure. Spread it on.
Make sure it's spread.
Make
sure
it
it's
spread on like a butter knife, like you're coating a nice piece of toast, right?
Yep.
And then run it, and then see what happens on the wipe off. Check your towels as well.
Yeah, make sure your towels aren't the ones also leaving the micromarine.
Hans closes says,
Patrick Barkle Day.
Barkle.
Anything can happen there. Might be a green soap coming out next. Well,
knows?
he better get on that because the day's almost over.
Nathan Miller says another vote for Waking Ned Divine.
Oh.
That's one of those movies that like my wife and I still quote like every day in normal conversation.
I've never seen it.
Like when your baby was born, I told her her weight, and my wife goes, it's a small baby but a good sized turkey."
What is this movie? How old is it? Waking Ned Divine.
It's early 90s. It's a great Irish movie. It's fun.
Great, okay.
It's about a guy who wins the lottery and dies.
Yeah.
His two buddies walk in and find out that he won the lottery because he's holding the ticket and he's dead. And so then they say the town should use it because it's like a little tiny town of like 100 of them, and there's like $100 million. So like we could all get like $1 million. And so they basically have to try and fool the lottery commission that comes to the town. And there's like two old ladies that are kind of going to try and they don't feel that they're doing it right, so they're going to try and break. It's hilarious.
I think I'm just gonna rewatch the episodes of The Gang Goes to Ireland. That's Always
a good one
Sunny.
too. Yeah,
I'll just rewatch those tonight, and then rewatch the castle scene where Dennis is getting more possessed.
take that.
Yeah.
Good call, right guy.
Right, guys,
Plus
was
one
one
for
for
the
the Departed.
Departed. Good story, top actors.
Dane will watch the Nosferatu movie with Willem Dafoe tonight. Yeah, good Irish movie there. Dino, Jimmy, try harder pad. Sometimes some paints don't like soft pads. If you run a dual action 15 or 20, that's true too, Dino. Running a harder pad.
Also, Dino clarified they don't have St. Patrick's Day there, so that's why he was confused.
That's right.
So.
Yep.
Aw,
Thank you,
very
Jimmy.
nice,
Appreciate it. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
And Kirby.
I need to try my luck. 7777 TRC store. Those green towels on the tables might be a nice
Ooh,
touch.
creature edgeless. I think so.
Well, and then I've got this one here from
Rick-
Rocky asking a detailing question.
Yeah, dude, we sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sell it. And we only sell it in the 5-liter size. It's a great waterless wash option. I recommend diluting it 1-to-1, though, with distilled water. I think it has a little bit too much body to it. But once you dilute it, it actually becomes a great, great product.
Well, we only sell it in the liter.
It's a 5-liter.
We only sell it in a 5-liter bottle. So you
That
get
gets you
quite
10
a bit.
that gets you 10 liters.
It gets you 10 liters if you plan on diluting it. So
waterless wash.
you'll have plenty of waterless wash for a whole season.
Smells really good, too. I think it's just good. It's not a great pre-treatment waterless wash because I feel like the encapsulation isn't as good, but I feel like it's got a good slickness. I think with the right towel, it's got a good feel to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's great for like a show car cleanup, right? Removing light dust and whatnot. Let's see, favorite pad and polish combo. That's a pretty basic question from G. I thought we'd add more flair to that.
He's just throwing one out there. He's not trying as hard as when he's making
so,
like, the joke with many
we
layers.
like to do the Rupes wools, blue or yellow, and last cut. Honestly, that's our go-to for almost everything.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Dino, did you guys try these new acid soaps that came out?
No.
Nope, we haven't yet.
Which particular ones are you referencing?
Yeah, we haven't tried them yet. And then G. Davis, hope TRC will include a behind the scenes with Alex and
We're
Luke.
going to make that happen.
I
so.
think something
Hope so,
will happen
yeah.
there. Now, Gabe here asking the important
Gabe,
questions.
I don't want to answer your question.
Oh, Gabe.
You
that
can't
is
ask that. They have to tune in.
What kind of plug is that?
All we can say is tune in to TRCMA
Right.
next week.
Don't worry, guys. At the end
Not
of this,
next
I'll tell
week.
you how
Next
to make sure
week.
you get there.
Rocky Iverson, which towel is the right towel?
The towel that you love the most.
Big question.
Rocky. Dino says, I need to hit my car with some acid. Lower parts are contaminated, but upper parts, hood roof, have bead maker about a month old. It beads and sheets like crazy. Nice, man. It's awesome.
And that's pretty much it.
All
Man,
right.
I'm yawning over here. I think
I think
that's a
everybody's
good
just kind
spot.
of on
I
their
think I'm
way
ready
out.
You
for
know
a St. Patrick's Day
Yeah.
nap.
Let's round this up.
Yeah.
Dane, why don't you take us home? Let's give you guys a little gift. We'll end the Q&A a little early.
Ooh.
For St. Patrick's Day.
We'll do
Wait,
you a
that is-
favor by doing 5 minutes less work than usual.
There you go.
I would
That's what it's
say,
about,
I
right?
would say, get out
Oh,
there,
man.
get yourself some corned beef and cabbage.
Dating and intimacy tips with Gabe. Day one of
no.
TRCMA.
I don't think that's happening.
That's awesome.
That's good.
Okay, so to everybody watching here, if you're not aware, we have a big show coming up. That's a series of live streams going on Monday through Friday, the 28th of March through April 1st. And what you're going to see there are pretty much all your favorites in the industry. We're going to try and bring them all in here.
Yeah.
We've been working on this for the better part of the year, so it's, there's a lot going into this.
Yeah, Dane made a ton of great posters for them.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I got the story
you're gonna
post
see
for
'em.
Anthony to share. But yeah, go check those out. And obviously here, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the Rag Company YouTube channel so you know when we go live next. And more importantly, look at the upcoming live streams here on the Rag Company YouTube channel. Make sure you click set reminder on each one of those. It'll give you a notification when each show is about to start, like an hour, half an hour, a day in advance. It'll give you a heads up so you don't have to mark everything down and keep track of it yourself. It does it for you. Very handy. So anyway, guys, let's all say Happy St. Patty's Day. Have a wonderful one. Stay safe out there. And we will catch you next week over on the Rag Company podcast channel. Till then,
Sláinte.
have a great weekend.
See ya.